Anywho, so let's go ahead and get back into Banishers Ghost of New Eden. We played a bunch of this last night. The plan for this evening, we're going to explore around here a little bit. There is some kind of cool point of interest right in here that I'm curious about. We'll explore around here for a bit. Otherwise, like, this part of the map is looking pretty good. There's some stuff we cannot explore down here. I would like to hit up this stuff around here, kind of explore around here, and also check out this haunting case. And then probably after that, I think there's one more haunting case. Maybe not. I thought there was one more in the Harrows. What I'd probably do is then go and knock this stuff out here, and just kind of wrap up with the Harrows for the time being. And then probably I'd head back to the Dark Woods. I know there are two. Yeah, there's 2 haunting cases in the Dark Woods. So that is kind of what we're thinking for this evening. Go ahead and break that shit. Shall we? This show's about teenage boys about to finish high school, the equivalent of high school, and goofy shit happens, and like the dumb shit that they do. Sounds like something I might have watched back in the day. Was it a British program in particular? Because yeah, I know there's a whole bunch of programs like that I definitely missed out on, and not like I was trying to avoid them, or I saw it and I said, it looks lame. Just never got around to it, or just never heard of it.
Something has.
There's a ward
heading away here. Mind you, it looks abandoned.
Ghost wards protected. I can't worry.
So there's ghost wards apparently everywhere. I wonder if there's any that I can like just break myself. I mean, this is maybe kind of a ghost ward, kind of, sort of, like maybe a small, not as like fancy one. So I should, I guess, be keeping an eye out. There's one there, but I'm not allowed to break these right now. We need to be a good boy. I guess we need to like be diplomatic. Gotta utilize diplomacy for better or for worse. Oh, except I can still break them.
I am warded. I cannot.
I can break them with melee attacks. Oh, really? Because it was telling me not to earlier. Now I'm allowed to shoot them. Maybe before I start breaking a bunch of ghost wards, I should like try to make some friends. Try to talk with people and see what the happening haps are. But didn't just block anything important. Hopefully, whoever owns this farm won't mind me just kind of rummaging around, pilfering their goods. That being said, there's really nothing here. Oh, I guess he would use this cart more for climbing onto things. Oh, and also I did notice that there is what we'll need to use as a
restrains me.
As we'll need to use this to clear out these roots. So I guess it'll be past here. There's another spot somewhere where we'll need to clear out the roots, but that's gonna be a spot we'll have to shoot. Clear that off. So I guess I'll leave that there for now. Just in the house, probably where somebody lives. I'm not exactly being subtle as I'm kind of poking around right now. I wonder if like we've made enough noise for them to hear us. Moving their carts around, breaking one of their wards. Very, very tranquil out here. Very, very idyllic. Just a little farm tucked away. It seems like so innocent and sweet and wholesome.
Sorry, not this time.
And still warded right now. Yeah, here's where we would initiate, I think, the root dispersal. Yeah, I was able to binge TV back in the day. Yeah, that's how I feel, Rossi. It was easier back then. Well, it was easy on the one hand to like watch a bunch of television and just kind of vibe out when we were younger. The downside, of course, is that, you know, there was no subscription service, so the binging was a matter of just, you know, watching television and sitting through commercials, maybe watching stuff we didn't really want to watch, but it was on, so we just kind of roll with it. Versus now, where, you know, we can actually like kind of mainline through a series or through a season at least, and have fewer interruptions, or even like, or maybe limited, you know, advertising interruptions, that kind of thing, and be able to pick and choose what we want to watch. So it's a different vibe. It is and was a different vibe. All right, so yeah, these roots are everywhere, by the way. So if we're to disperse anything, we need to take care of the wards. I mean, like, this is okay to do, right? They wouldn't just let me do it if it was permissible. If it was not permissible. These roots are everywhere. And usually there's like a single spot where you can break them. There's the one spot right there. There's one here. If we break this wall down, we have this visible to us. Okay, it all starts here. So if we were able to lasso that thing, I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, I guess I can't do it right now. Shoot that guy. Get stuck in the wall. Shoot that one. We're out of time, unfortunately. Shoot that one, and then shoot that one, and then I think that would do it. But before I try that legit, before I tried it in earnest, let's go ahead and see if we can talk to the person. Before I, like, get too ahead of myself with, like, breaking shit and causing trouble. Causing a ruckus. Because I'm guessing there's probably somebody who straight up lives here.
There might be a
knock?
way to open this door from the other side.
Or maybe just locked. Or stopped otherwise. Okay, well, never mind. I was gonna be nice and diplomatic, but looks like we have to break this to get through. So. You were into Top Gear back in the day? Yeah. Yeah, I know you said, like, that was the one you stuck through all the way through, which is amazing.
You aim for the heart. I'll destroy the roots.
The fact that he stuck with it all those years is really respectable. Only really watch stuff with friends. That's kind of how I was too. I really only, especially nowadays, I'm really bad about that now. When it comes to like actually watching things that I want to watch. Versus just like wanting to watch things, but not really doing so unless like friends or other people are around. You know, watching something with Gracie, watching something with friends or family. And then just... Otherwise, just kind of you know, missing out on TV shows or movies I think I'd really like, but because I don't really set the time aside to watch things on my own. It's a matter of time management, I think, really. I'm wondering if there's any reason not to push this cart all the way forward. Can I push it as far as it can go, really? Unless that blocks me from getting through here. I don't think it does necessarily. Can I just push it in the water? Can I just dump it in the garbage? Sadly, no. But if I... Yeah, all I have to do is turn around and shoot that guy there. I can shoot that one, and then I think there's another one... Oh, here, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that would actually do it pretty well, then. So, 1... 20, and a 2-y. And you know what to do-y. Oh, there's a fourth one. I realized there was a fourth one somewhere. Where's the fourth one? God dang, I thought I was a genius. Oh, is there one in here? There's one there. Well, that's sneaky. Alright. Can't get into there either, so we need to break that as well. So we would go... 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can do that. And last one. Did we get it?
Farewell.
We got there. That vanquishes all the weeds, all the roots, of which there were several. Now we can use this to climb up if need be, and I think we're going to need to. Because there was kind of hard to see from here, but there definitely are platforms on top of here that are climbable in some way. So I think what I'll do, I think right here, because it's got, look at that, it's got the gamer paint right there to hoist myself up. How far am I into this game? We've done a pretty good job, I think, of, well, like story-wise, I think we're like 3/4 the way through like the main story. And as far as like clearing out the map with like side objectives and that kind of thing, I think we've done a pretty darn good job for almost being done with the Harrows. Dark Woods has a couple of like clusters of stuff to do still. The Mire Marshes has a decent bit, and there's also like another region we've yet to explore. So we still got quite a bit left of the game. There's a lot of content in this game. And the side quests and like the story investigations are really cool, I think, and very interesting. But they're not necessary. Same with like the the combat challenges and like the environmental puzzles, that kind of thing. Those are not necessary, but I do enjoy them. So, you know, we could be done with the game pretty like soon if we wanted to, but I am getting a lot of joy out of trying to like, you know, go for as much of the of the fun, like, extra stuff as I would like to, at least. So they packed a pretty good amount of stuff into this game, which I appreciate. But I also appreciate that you don't have to do all of it if you don't want to. Because I think we've like leveled up our guy enough. We've got enough of like really cool resources. We don't necessarily need to get every piece of something. Also, there's another set of roots to dispense. It's kind of surprising. But yes, as far as number of hours, this is the 13th stream of this game, because we started it back in February or March, I guess, and I'm almost 60 hours into the game total. So, you know, we've put some time into this game for sure. No question there. See, I was hoping the roots we broke, I was hoping that was gonna like open up a bunch of cool stuff. From what I can tell, it only really... So, well, maybe there's something else here, because there were roots over here that did get destroyed. There was like something you could reach now that was unreachable earlier. Yeah, nothing really jumps out at me, honestly. Don't tell me we did all that just so I can pick up that one little piss-ass, sad little bag of, what was it, like linens or something? That one little pickup bag. Maybe there's like something over here we can snag, but I didn't see anything that seemed reachable. A little bit further back. Push myself up, because usually there's the gamer paint. Yeah, look at that. No gamer paint. It's a no-go. Can't do it. Can't climb on that shit. Well, let's see if we can find where, like, the nexus of this root cluster is. Like, the core of it. As I see a bunch of the nodes. Ah, there it is. Is it just the two? Sometimes it's not clear how many there are until we begin. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Where'd the other one go? Oh, shit. What the? I saw that one. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't see it like lit up, but maybe I was standing in the wrong spot. Maybe there was something covering it. 'Cause, yeah, I usually look for. Oh yeah, it's not there. Huh, that's bizarre. That's part of another cluster then. So this, well, that's bizarre. So this, probably another one then that is tied to this one that is not immediately visible. It's a mystery. I do see the witch runes drawn onto the wall there. I can't hoist myself up on this guy, can I? No, I cannot. There was something else we could activate or reach or shoot even. Maybe there's something you can only see when you're on the roof of this structure over here. Because they went to pretty great lengths to prevent you from jumping up on that guy. And the reward for doing so seemed pretty measly. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me if there was maybe something else going on here. Let's move this to the same spot. I'm also just going to go ahead and assume that, yeah, we cannot push this into the water. I mean, what benefit would there be, right? There would be none. Maybe get a better vantage point, see what that provides. Anything that we couldn't see earlier, like, yeah, like something I could shoot to drop something down. Anything at all. And honestly, nothing. Nothing grabs me. In ghost mode, yeah, nothing here either. And just so I'm clear, there's a dungeon challenge area inside the farm. Okay, so that's really what this is going to entail. This is not going to be a haunting case. Oh, what's that over there? Oh shit, I didn't notice that. Okay, so let's go back this way then. Oh, well done. I feel silly. All right. Well, this makes implies that there's.
Easy as
Here we go.
pie.
We just weren't seeing the whole picture. That makes me feel a little better. So there's the other node. A couple of items over here. So we have a dungeon. Basically, it's the equivalent of a dungeon. I think they call it a haunting ground, but it's basically a dungeon. You can now get into this little area. There we go. Yeah, so I can see the nodes to expose. Stuff back here as well. It's kind of hard to determine, at least immediately, which node corresponds to which, like, source. These little sources of the roots. Let's kind of poke around here for a little bit. Defeat the boxes. There we go. Ultimate villain. Defeating the boxes. Can I break this thing? There we go. So now this is open. There we go. Oh, I was hoping the door would stay open, but sure. I mean, yes, you can just walk through it now. This is pretty run down. Although the roots taking over probably didn't help. These cursed roots. Anything else up here? I mean, there is a treasure chest to get, but it's over on the other side. We can't reach it right now. Well, I think we have all that we need. Again, it'll be a kind of a challenge of being able to activate the right spots. I'm gonna guess that that one might correspond to this node. I think it's more likely for these two to correspond. I hope I can reach that one from here. It's kind of in an odd spot. Let's just try it a couple times and see what happens. That's the thing, you almost kind of have to like be on this side to be able to see that. We'll try it. That one. Oh, you can't get it from that angle. Dang, that's sneaky. What about this one? That one does not show up, so that's part of the other kind of cluster. The other clussy, if you will. This answers my question then. We'll just assume for now that there's two of them. Wait, that one. And I'm just going to assume I have enough time to sprint around to the other side. That didn't do it, though. There's still one more. Alright, so we didn't get it in time, obviously. That is sneaky. It could be this one. Or, actually, no, it could be that one. Because we know when we activate this root cluster here, when we make that one vulnerable, this one doesn't eliminate. But this one does. So, I think we have to, like... I think we have to resolve this one first, then. So, let's just assume... I can do this, and that this is a legal gamer move. Did I do it? No, it did not. There's a third one somewhere. Damn, this is tricky. Is there one up here? There is one up here, man. Oh, but you can reach that from here. Oh, that's huge. That makes me feel a little better then. For some reason my guy couldn't shoot. He was too close. Am I still too slow? God damn it. This is tough. But I think that's closer. Maybe there's like a vantage point where you can shoot down through the trees onto that one. Maybe there's like a way to do that all from afar. We got Ninja Wolf, by the way. What's up, Ninja Wolf? It's good to see you. Spooky times. We're on this is October 2nd. Happy October 2nd. That's the second day of Halloween. The neighborhood in which Gracie and I live, it's as we're like looking around as we take Bonnie on walks, we're seeing more and more spooky time. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's my answer. You got to shoot through here. We're seeing more and more like fun Halloween spooky time decorations appearing throughout the neighborhood, which makes me very happy. Like, it was kind of starting around mid-September. You'd see a few pumpkins, a few little fun doohickeys pop up from time to time. But yeah, now we're getting into October. Like, the houses are, like, very much getting nice and spookified, which makes me big happy. Oh, shit. They get closer, I think. Really? Wish I could jump over this thing. Maybe I have to, like, look. I have to have eyes on it when it pops. There we go.
Once you've revealed the roots, I'll destroy them.
And this one. Oh, what, did I get it? I think I got it, yeah. Barely. Barely got that shit. So that disperses one of the root clusters. The second one. Second of 3. Once September happens, then it really kicks in for you guys. That's awesome. Yeah, it takes a while here for it to really get going. I mean, ideally, yeah, by the time September happens, it has already begun. I know it is, you know, maybe a little bit distressing to some seeing slightly premature decorations going up in some instances. I understand. I understand, like, seeing like Christmas decorations in October is upsetting. But honestly, I wouldn't be upset if I started seeing Halloween decorations going up in, I don't know, August. I don't think I'd be too upset about that, honestly. I think I would handle that with grace. I think I'd be able to handle that pretty well. All right, so now I can kind of freely move around between those sides, which is nice. I got that one knocked out, which is good. And now we can actually go into this building. Let's see if I can get to the other side. Yeah, no such thing as Halloween happening prematurely. I'm never one to wean prematurely. To have a Halloweener activity happening prematurely. I want to do this because I can activate it from here and then shoot this one. It's just kind of an awkward placement. But with this one, we have a decent bit of time. I keep looking back and forth. Is there like another ideal way in which I could initiate this? So you have to go here to shoot this one. It's just all over the place. I think my best bet is to kick this one off from here. Just having enough time to shoot all 3 of them, like sprint from place to place and shoot all 3 of them. It's a shame that you can't shoot that 3rd one from the position of the 2nd node.
We
get it?
Enjoying the target practice.
Like you need it.
So that you're 1st in July, they're kind of weird neighbors. I'm okay with it, honestly. Yeah, once the 5th of July happens, they're like, all right, I'm over it. See you later. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, once 4th of July happens, like, what else? When it comes to, like, decorating fun holidays, because there's other holidays. There's Labor Day. There's that kind of thing. But when it comes to, like, stuff that is something that is, like, decorative, then I could see it. So all that for a treasure chest, that had some nice stuff in it for sure. And then this is the big one, though. So you know, there's a haunted, whatchamacallit in here.
I thought gardening was
Haunted
supposed to be relaxing.
ground, I think. But gardening was supposed to be relaxing, he said. Got a whole little challenge area right in here. This little cave opening. All kinds of untold shenanigans down there. Climb down there if we wanted to. Anything else over on this side? Not really. Thinking maybe we'd go to the 2nd floor. Actually, no, we know there's stuff on the 2nd floor. I'm not sure how to get there. That's where we drop down there. Oh, here we go. We'll at least open this up. Is this locked? Looked like something that would be locked, actually. Couple nice things. So still no answer on how we get to the 2nd floor. or not even the second, but the top floor, because there's like there's definitely stuff up there. Oh, maybe that's my answer. Maybe we have to break some more stuff because there are more roots. Where's the third one? Oh, it's another
Think you
ward
can
somewhere.
fend for yourself?
There's a third one somewhere over on that side. There's also a ghost ward somewhere. There's whoever like. Here we go. Whoever put this whole area together knew what they were doing when it came to maximizing, just making it annoying for us. Did I break that wall down? I think the glowing treasure chest that we're seeking is up there. Can I hoist myself up here? I mean, I know I can duck down that way. Something else I'm not seeing. I think maybe what might happen... Is that walkable? Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe that's the answer. Yeah. Okay, I see. I wasn't even sure that was like a walkable structure, but I think it is. One step on down. Christmas tree in October. Yes! Yes! I've seen that kind of thing too, Farsight, yeah. Throwing like a sheet over it and doing some kind of spooky ghost. Or I've also seen people doing a Halloween tree where instead of like red and green lights, it's
shite.
orange lights.
Ivy.
What did you expect?
I would say orange and black lights, but I mean, black lights aren't nearly as vibrant, obviously. But yeah, like just a bunch of orange lights and just call it a Halloween tree. And yeah, I mean, it gets the job done. Probably somewhere over there. Except I can't see anything. My poor little eye, my poor little eyes. Is it in the tree? Things are tricky sometimes.
I can't
Goddamn.
worry.
They're positioned very smartly. I think we have to maybe go through here, and it'll spit us out somewhere on the other side, so we can break that shit down. So the third one is somewhere behind there. We only use them once a year anyway. That's right. I mean, I always joke whenever we put up the Halloween or the holiday decorations. I'm always like, can't we just leave it up year round? It's fun, it's bright, it's vibrant, and it's just so much work to, you know, whip them out just for a month or two maybe out of the year. We go through all the trouble. Why not just have it stick around? I don't think it hurts anything. Especially when you get into January and February, and those months are so dreary. At least here in the United States, everything's cold. It's dark, like constantly for so much of the day. It's miserable. It's uncomfortable. Everyone's in a bad mood. You know, it's just because it's so uncomfortable. And there's no like fun holidays to break it up. Yes, I know there's Valentine's Day, but let's be real. Valentine's Day makes people sad and stressed out more than anything. I would hardly call that like a positive holiday. You also have a really stupid, terrible thing that happens on March 22nd every year. Ugh, it's gross. It's so cringe. Honestly, I don't want to talk about it. Some fucking dude named Alex has a birthday. Ugh, disgusting. Makes me sick. So, anyway, yeah, it's a bummer. So it's like, I think it'd be an easy way or a nice way to kind of brighten up those months by just saying, fuck it, just leave the holiday stuff up. It's fine. That's what they do in other countries. That's what they do in Iceland because they know, like, yeah, this shit makes everybody sad. Like their days last, like their daylight lasts for 4 hours or some shit at the height of winter in Iceland. So they really lean heavily into the holiday stuff because it's like fun and bright and nice, and it's kind of like a nice distraction. Helps to break up the monotony. And I think that's pretty sweet. Can you get this room from there? Ain't no way, right? I'll be damned. Can't believe that actually worked. Oh, it didn't kill it though. One more. Yeah, we're good. Now,
Wards.
there's still a ward somewhere. I should win. There's still a ward. Oh, what is the award? And it's somewhere really well hidden. Maybe you only see it when you climb up. Yeah, might as well get your money. There it is. Might as well get your money's worth, he says.
I can manifest now.
So now we're Gucci in the coochie. I'll grab this. Celebrates Christmas every single day with gifts. Oh my god. That sounds exhausting. Like, legitimately, how is he able to do that? And also, is he okay? Is he, like, unwell? Because, yeah, that sounds exhausting for everybody involved, least of all him. I should definitely take this dead man's poor linen sack with 6 linens and nothing else in it. There's really nothing else up here after all that. He is a lunatic. He's been doing it since 1993. That's wild. That's wild. I've never heard about this. And he's still going, which... You want to talk about some dedication? It's always so satisfying to do. Alright, so now we've broken that out. The last of these fellers is right there. Gonna be a little bit awkward. But I think we have enough time to do this. Then we sprint this way. Make a lot of weird noises.
I hope this was worth the effort.
I hope so too.
What's your sense of adventure?
That'll allow us to cross into that area. I am also kind of curious if there was anything else in here. I wasn't really paying attention to what was inside of here just because I knew this was like a path to get to the other side. But I didn't really think to look if there was anything like of worth. Now that we've cleared those annoying ass ivy root thingamajiggies. Those vines. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything of value in here, unfortunately. I was thinking maybe there'd be something hiding in there. Yeah, no dice. But the good news is we can climb this thing now. All this to lead to a treasure chest that might have something really cool in it. Or it'll have something that is, like, very disappointing. And it'll be cringe, and it'll be sus, and I'll be sad, and I'll be... Actually, maybe I won't be sad. I won't be mad, I'll be disappointed. That kind of vibe. Disappointed dad energy. Let's find out. For all this buildup, what could it possibly be? Here it is. Your moment of zen. It's...
That was fun.
Oh, so you do like gardening.
I can't get enough.
Something for Antea. Let's see, what do we have right now? We have this guy. So it's significantly more banished damage, but no strength bonus. It is less... It's... Hold on, vitality and health? Those are the same thing, right? Oh, I see. Okay, so it's less... Less health for Antea, more health for Red. More damage for Antea, less damage for Red. Manifestations consume health, but deal a fuck ton of damage. I don't know if I want to have this thing cost health to deal damage. I don't know. It's cool.
Good. Because I'm sure there'll be more of it.
I don't know if I'm like the biggest fan of really glass canifying ourselves. But, you know, this is one of those cases where it was it's the journey. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Let's go ahead and mosey over towards the next haunting case. That, I think, is much more in our wheelhouse. There might be... You know what? I don't think there is. I was really hoping there'd be like a really neat like shortcut to just go and just kind of pop over to that side. Don't think that's going to happen. I think the best we can do is kind of go back the way we came, cross this bridge, and swoosh around. I would say to fast travel, but really, by the time we get to the nearest fast travel station, which is Hill's old house, will be... It's like almost equidistant from our destination, because Kate's bivouac is pretty far out and is kind of tucked away in some caves anyway. So we're just gonna hoof it. We're just gonna hoof it. Not huff it. We're not huffing paint. That's for later. That's after the stream. Now you know why I'm always in such a good mood. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always cracked out. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. Actually, that's like such a thing, right? Like, people huffing paint, like, people do that shit. Come on, just smoke weed like a normal person. Like, get high. Like, huffing paint, that's such like a weird way of doing it. Like, bro, just smoke a joint. It's not hard to get nowadays. People like getting high off like I don't know, like wood lacquer, that kind of shit. It's like, bro, it's too much trouble. It's easier and probably cheaper too. Just fucking buy some weed. It's not hard. Goddamn. Oh, we got Gory in the house. What's up, Gory? Appreciate you popping in with some lurks. Always appreciate you, buddy. Playing a more of a cool game that we started some time ago, early this year. Doing some more progress. An artistic way to die. Like like huffing paint, but like overdosing on huffing paint. I mean, I'm sure that shit causes some damage, man. I'm sure, like, especially like repeated exposure, I'm sure would kill some brain activity for sure, or hamper some brain activity. I've never heard of somebody dying from huffing paint too much and it fucking scrambling their circuits, but I'm sure that like someone has had some kind of health complication come up from it. Wasn't that a thing in It's Always Sunny? Charlie always like sniffing glue that he keeps in a bag, in like a nondescript paper bag. I feel like that was like a recurring theme in like the first couple, like several seasons. Admittedly, for a while there, Grace and I were watching a lot of It's Always Sunny. We got up to like halfway through season 4, and I was really digging it, but after a certain point, Gracie was like, man, this show is so dumb. Like, I think her tolerance for extremely stupid television is maybe not quite as built up as mine, which fair, it is extremely dumb. But I was like, I'm down to keep going though, man. And according to some of my friends, like, we haven't even gotten even close to the real good shit. And I was already having a fun time, so maybe I'm just easy to please. So we have not been up there before, as evident by the lack of a rope shortcut. So we've been here. We got that cursed chest earlier. We haven't like been up to that spot yet. Lost memory for several hours. Woke up staring at a light bulb and painting your own hands. Staring at a light bulb. Was the light bulb at least not lit? Because that sounds like it'd be painful on the eyeballs. On the old oculars. Whoops. All button. And that headache was something else. Yeah, I could see that getting pretty rough. But that's the thing, Meerkat. You were probably, I'm gonna guess you were like 17, right? You were probably like a young, impressionable age, and marijuana was not that, you know, not quite as easy to get back in those days. Like, you had to know somebody who had a connection, and if you and your friends didn't know somebody that had a connection, then yeah, you were out of luck. The light bulb was on, and it was a work light, so that shit was bright AF. I hope there was minimal permanent damage. I mean, I'm sure you recovered fine, but like that does sound uncomfortable. What do we get for our troubles? Is it more linens? It's more linens, baby. Linens and things. Oh, but it was not an intentional high. Well, that's a thing that can happen too. That's a fair point to mention too. You can just sometimes get got by like just an unfortunate circumstance with like a lack of ventilation. That can do it.
This quick mist is different.
How so?
Like it's fortified for protection.
A love dead and buried. Can't go down that way. But there's this whole big old miasma. We've seen these before, but Antea seems to believe it's something maybe slightly different. Thought it was well ventilated. It wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. That sounds uncomfortable. Go up top if we wanted to. And we'll probably need to eventually. I'm kind of looking for that other shortcut that we saw. I'd like to go ahead and open that up. That should be thick. You can cut that shit with a knife. And jump across here. That's fine. What would this lead to, I wonder? The next like various area. We'll need to descend down into this thing eventually, obviously. I can't go down that way. What about up this way? Oh, this does not. I thought this was like climbable. It is not climbable. What am I doing moments? How did this happen? How am I on the floor? I would like to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Yeah. That sounds uncomfortable. And were you by yourself, Meerkat? Because that also sounds like pretty unpleasant. If after that whole experience you were like, oh shit, like this could have really been bad. Glad you were able to kind of get out of that shit. Let's jump up this way. I'm more inclined to kind of go deeper this way versus skipping across the gap there. Actually, I say that. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and check this out first. Because this might end up being beneficial. And plus, we'll have the high ground, and Anakin won't fucking stand a chance on our ass. You worry about yourself. Yeah, so that's also unpleasant. I mean, unpleasant is a nice way of saying it. This is also unpleasant. But yeah, just the fact that you were by yourself, unventilated, unsupervised, uncircumcised, who knows? Also, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about getting my foreskin reattached since I'm now regretting my adult circumcision. That fucking Eric Ande clip earlier. I'm gonna have to like rewatch that with Gracie and see if she laughs as hard as I do. I suspect she will. I suspect she will, and she will also say, "Goddamn, we need to watch more of him," and I will say yes. Once the paint dried, but stopped giving off the fumes at least, which is good. So it wasn't like spicy forever.
An enraged specter is lurking nearby. Why not summon it?
Why not indeed? Let's fuck him up. Is it gonna be the beast in spectral form? By summoning a scourge? I guess it's a scourge. It's probably not a specter. It's probably a scourge. You know it's the scourge. You know that's the right one because the camera zoomed in. It did like the dramatic swoopies. It is the beast, our old buddy. More light attack and punch attack damage, which is fine because light attacks are quicker. Ouch.
I have another in sight.
Summoning some friends. Oh. Ouch. Down some of the other fellers. Whoop, wrong button. Shit. I'm not. I did some kind of shortcut just now. I know that doesn't do much damage, but it looks really cool, and crucially, gets us into the danger zone nice and fast. Ouch. Ouch. That count as a perfect dodge?
Think you could take on a ghost?
And he's out of there. That's pretty easy. But we're not done, though. Okay, now we're done. Wasn't so bad. That was actually a really beneficial and kind of easy modifier where your light attacks just do a lot more damage. Like, that's great. Give me more of those, please. If we wanted to, I think we could resummon him again. Oh, maybe not. That's if it's an endless scourge. This was an end full scourge. A limited time offer scourge. Meerkat says, Alex, how do you know I'm uncircumcised? You can tell a lot about somebody based on their chat messages, you know? Tell a lot about someone, how someone carries themselves, their style of their chat messages, the smell of their hair when they're sleeping at night, and you don't know that you're watching them. You know, really just casual things. You can just kind of pick up on those little details. Call it gamer intuition. Actually, all jokes aside, one thing I've noticed, and you probably, I think a lot of you would probably identify with this, is that if you're out driving around, you can, like, tell a lot based on a car's body language, if that makes sense. And I know that's kind of absurd. Cars do not have body language, Alex. They're cars. What the fuck are you smoking? But I don't know. I swear by this. Like, it's not even, like, the style of the car. You don't have to see the driver, obviously. But, like, you can just kind of tell. If you're just kind of driving along, and there's, like, no, like, immediate, like, it's not like, oh, the guy braked suddenly or was like accelerating suddenly or anything like that, but you can just kind of tell, like, you kind of develop a sense for these things when someone's about to pull some bullshit based on like very minimal context,
Hidden.
contextual information, and it happens all the damn time. It's like the most subtle shit, and you can just kind of pick up on that shit, and so oftentimes you're vindicated. So oftentimes you'll get vindicated when you see a person that you can kind of smell some bullshit coming up. It's like they're gonna cut me off, aren't they? Or they're gonna pull some bullshit. They're gonna jump in front of me, and then they jump in front of you, no signal, obviously. It's like that motherfucker. I smelled that shit. I smelled that turd dropping a mile away. God damn it. He's recircumcised. Right. Stuck a band-aid. Yeah, just fucking, just trying to do it. Just the old DIY strat. It is one of the strategies of all time. Open this thing up. Stop being a coward, Alex, and look at my penis in person and not just view it from afar while I'm sleeping, Alex. Fair, Meerkat, you're right. You right, baby, you right. Actually, I'm kind of curious, where does this lead? Because this is going to lead back to where we came from, I think. Or back towards where we came from. I'm curious. I am curious. Yeah, mirror checking is a big giveaway. The way to fly ahead to him. And yeah, pull ahead of you a little bit. It's not even that, though, sometimes. Like, sometimes you could just kind of, like, develop a flavor for these things, where you can just kind of feel something like that coming with very little, like, heads up. Very little of like, prompting. Because sometimes there's, like, the obvious thing where, yeah.
I can't.
All right, we can't have Antea join us for this one. Let's actually open that with hit this guy so I could just kill his ass like that.
Stay put.
Yeah, I realize it's kind of hard to like get into the particulars, because I know I'm like describing it with kind of vague terminology, but yeah, it's one thing, like you said, like someone checks the mirrors, someone kind of like holds back on something, like you said, like they wait at the light ahead of you and like then pull it forward. Like sometimes you can kind of like see those little moments, but other times it's even more subtle than that. You could just kind of get a flavor, or like a kind of a sixth sense for when like a car that's in a particular position, knowing that like the thing that they might want to do is going to be risky, and it's like still not a good idea. You know, like you're looking at the car, you're like, they're gonna try this thing, aren't they? They're gonna try to jump in front of me, or the guy next to me. Like they're gonna try to pull some bullshit, and they know it's a bad idea, and I know it's a bad idea, but they're like in the position to attempt to do so. And this motherfucker's gonna try it, isn't he? He's gonna try to fuck around.
Thank you.
And hopefully he won't find out, but I mean, yeah, that's the kind of shit that I see very frequently. I don't know, maybe it's confirmation bias, but I've been feeling it a lot more lately. And Gracie's been with me for a bunch of them, and it's the same thing. Like, she thinks the same thing. She's like, I saw that shit coming too, bro. What the hell? I want to see road rage, Alex. Gracie can tell you it takes a lot to, like, legitimately make me angry. A lot of the times, I will do the disappointed dad thing. I will do, like, the, oh, really, bro? I'll do, like, the, man, you really tried one of those moves, bro. I'm, like, disappointed.
Like drawings on the map.
So I will pull the disappointed dad energy out. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I'll pull that out sometimes. I'll pull out, like, the, wow, that motherfucker really just tried that, huh? Like, you know, just, like, surprised. I'll pull those things out. And sometimes I'll be like, ah, that's fucking stupid. You know, I'll like, be frustrated for sure. But, like, not full on, like, yo, fuck this guy. Like, you know, not full on Madge. It takes a lot to make me actual Madge. Actual molding. To mold out. Pull some bullshit and get mad at everyone around them. Yeah, sometimes it's like they're embarrassed, I think. I've seen that too, where like they kind of lash out and it's like, bro, you brought this upon yourself, man. Don't know what to tell you, homie, but that's on you, big dog. That is how that happens too. No, we don't carry guns here, says Rossi. Yeah, I mean, road rage incidents are a thing in this country, and it does get, you know, beyond violence sometimes. Thankfully, not as often as you might think, at least not here. I mean, we're a southern state, but we're not Texas, so maybe in other parts it's a little bit more extreme. But shit's a little bit wild. You'd have to like kick a puppy to make me mad. Yeah, it's like, what one guaranteed way to like make me genuinely mad is to like, and you, I think a lot of us are probably like this, right? I don't think I'm special in this regard. One like really good way to make me mad is to like openly fuck with like a friend or a loved one. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like because that's the thing, right? We're all big boys and girls. I can take it, right? I can take with someone fucking with me.
Around the locked door?
Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. Give me the business, whatever. Like, yeah, fuck you. You know, I can handle it. It's fine. But like, yeah, if like someone's like trying to pull one over on a friend of mine or a loved one, that's when it's like, all right, that's not cool. Like that's when it like a line gets crossed. I think that's how it is for most of us. You know, we're more defensive towards those around us. You know, so I don't think I'm special in that regard. I think that's like a thing. It's like it's got like a protective thing that a lot of us have, especially like if someone's being taken advantage of or an attempt is being done to exploit someone or something. And it's not like, oh, we don't think the person can handle it, but like it's I think for some of us it's a projection. Like it's like, oh man, I wish I would have stuck up for myself when that thing happened to me in the past. So I'm gonna like swing hard the other direction and make sure I stick up for this person as I see it happening to them. Like maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm sure we could psychoanalyze it to the cows come home. But by the way, we did find the entrance to the miasma. We did find that shit. And that's the thing. Farsight is correct. I'm also a Prius driver. What the fuck do I get by attempting to road rage on someone when other than embarrassing myself? Like that's the one where like the other guy would be like, bro, that's cute. That's one where the other guy would be like, yo, that's adorable. This fucking Prius driver, are you seeing this shit? And I'm 5'3". What the fuck am I gonna do, right? What is me getting mad gonna accomplish? And what even can I bring to the table if I try to like start molding out?
The treasure must be hidden nearby.
So at the end of the day, like, fuck can I do about it, right? So, and I think that's part of it too. I think part of the reason why it takes me so much to get mad, like genuinely mad, is learning very early on, like, I am not threatening at all. As much as I want to be, like, I can't like intimidate. I can't fucking do any of that kind of shit. All I can do is try to like connect with people, and not even like, I mean, yeah, be reasonable, be kind, but like try to like genuinely, if there's an instance where like somebody is like being a dickhead, try to like find some kind of connection and like establish some way to bridge the gap to like get to a solution, right? That's like I think the best I can do, because my options really are limited in the grand scheme of things.
I think this area is similar to the
sad as it is to say. Like it'd be not. There are times where it's like, man, I wish I could just get fucking pissed and YOLO it, but unfortunately, shit is not quite as easy. They were talking about there's a treasure nearby. I did already try to go into here, right? Yeah, that's locked. So that's not it. I moved this thing. Can I move it more? I don't know if there's really much benefit to. I keep seeing there's something on the other side of here. You have to approach from the bottom, I think. We got Duder Dad in the house. What's up, Duder Dad? Did donuts on the highway to run people over? Jesus, that's fucked up. Good lord, that's fucking wild and terrifying. A 5'3" driver pops out. I don't want to kill it. Meerkat says, "I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I don't want to get put away, man. You can't put me away. Not this time, bro."
Now this
That's awesome.
Looks like
Farsight says, "Whip out your peanuts. Establish dominance. Offer cigar cutter circumcisions." If by offer you mean mandate.
The treasure is nearby.
I whip out my penis and then I demand they whip out theirs. I just whip out my dick, pull out a cigar cutter, and say, "Present it." And refuse to break eye contact. And T-pose. And see where that gets me.
The ward's power is gone.
So now we can do Ante's stiff. And more linens. I'm establishing a collection of linens, apparently. Oh, you touched my tra-la-la? My ding-ding-dong? Shoot him in the head. Make him wish they're dead.
some of this.
Somebody trying to snipe me? Not in this lifetime. Stop moving your head around, bro. There we go. Dude was like blip blopping all over the place. Then I blip blopped all over his face. And T-pose. Yeah, cock out, full mast T-pose. Noted. It's the only tried and true way to really make sure that your message is driven home. The message that this is a person that is not to be like, not to be trusted with any sharp objects. Certainly not with a cigar cutter. Do not trust this. Do not trust this man with a cigar cutter. There will be panicular incidents, guaranteed. And that's a guarantee. Oh, here's the spot. Nice. It's even got a little like stone with an X marks the spot. We got $1,000. 1,204 US dollars. Farsight says, no wonder Gracie succumbed to your charms, Alex. That tingling in your loins that you're feeling right now. That's the old super hobbit special right there. You know, Gracie tried to resist it, but at the end of the day, she was like, you know what, Alex, you're too damn good. You got my ass. You fucking got me good. All right, so now after all that, here's the other thing we were looking for. Oh, but it's locked. Ain't that some shit? After all what we went through, we do not have the ability to snag that shit. That's okay. At least it's on the map, so we can come back to it, obviously. Just inconvenient, because you don't have the stuff. And I want the stuff. The word panicular. I wish I could take credit for the word panicular. Would it like, shatter your worldview of me? If I were to tell you that paniculars was a phrase that I heard another streamer say, and I loved it. And I, like, selfishly absorbed it into my lexicon. It's like when you see a really good movie that you like, and you're like, wow, this movie's really cool. I'm gonna make this my personality for the next, oh, I don't know, 17 years. No, maybe not quite to that extreme, but anyway. How do I get back up for that matter? Oh, you can probably... oh, yeah. How am I gonna get back up? I'm gonna get back to where I once belonged. Get back to where I once belonged. Because I can't climb this feller. As much as I would enjoy climbing that feller. Spreading the panicular is respectable, yeah. Yeah, I think I first heard it from Vinesauce in a recent stream, and I was like, that's a fun word. Usually if I'm describing as something being penis-like, I say penis-like or I say phallic. Phallic is like the biblical term to describe something that is like, you know, vaguely in that realm. But yeah, that's a much more fun phrase, let's be real. Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. I forgot this door is unlocked now. Because in my mind, I was like, that door is locked. But I just unlocked it. There we go, baby. There we go. So now, go back to the major thing that brought us here. And I'm assuming we need to delve deep into the miasma. Deep into the miasma. Because that's where like all like signs point to something happening down here. Of course, as always, we can only explore this as Antea. Because poor Red can't do shit in here. Not while that thing's blowing. Uncover this real quick. Can you start calling me Phallics? That would be a really good screen name. Switch over. Remember how I was saying how technically the term Hobbit or the word Hobbit is copyright protected by the token estate. So in the same way that you can't like say like, oh yes, I'm gonna start a new brand of content creation, or well, that's not a good example of this, but like if there was like an extremely popular streamer called like, I don't know, Jedi Man 6969 or Luke Skywalker 420. Then if they wanted to, LucasArts, or I guess maybe even more particular, Disney, could be like, listen, we're not down for that. And they could send you a cease and desist if they wanted to. So to that tune, the Tolkien Estate could potentially, if they really want, if the proverbial Eye of Sauron were to notice me, they won't. But if they were to notice me, and I don't say Eye of Sauron because it's the Tolkien Estate, I'm just meaning like, you know, the general phrase of somebody being noticed by a larger corporation, an individual being noticed by a larger corporation. If the Eye of Sauron would have noticed me, I might have to change my screen name. So there we go. We'll keep that in our back pockets. If things get dicey, and the Tolkien Estate says, this whole Hobbit guy, get his ass out of here. Super Phallics might just be where we go from there.
Off with you.
Lisabeth.
I remember you. The Banisher from New Eden Town. When we met, I thought you alone. In truth, a ghost walks with you.
Aye. Invisible. Indivisible.
You should not be here.
The same could be said for you, lady. Was she one of the ladies she was like, we were like semi-flirting with at one point? When like we picked up on it was either the accent, the Scottish accent for her, or maybe her friend. Oh yeah, because she had the fever. Right.
Yes, and that is my business. Remind you to tend to your own.
Yeah, there was like a vague little hint of like, little something going down. We got Bum Rocky. What's up, Bum Rocky? Bum Rocky, how have your streams been going, buddy? I was lurking a week or so ago when you were doing, it was, I want to say it was like some kind of roleplay stream. If I'm thinking correctly.
Did the fever take you?
Inevitably, yes. I, and I alone,
Because her sister was with her. Maybe her sister was the one who was like getting kind of horned on us.
Sister.
Yeah.
Stay away from
Yeah, Mary-Clare. She was getting kind of horned on us.
This is here. Leave us.
Oh. That's kind of out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting combat like suddenly.
Move!
Lisabeth cares. Deeply.
Yes. She's very protective.
Perhaps something around this cove will tell us about this Mary-Clare.
Well, since we have a mystery abound, can't say I'm surprised. That's where we came from, yeah, because we had to destroy the miasma. Is that a note? It is a note. I can learn how to read, finally. Back to school, though, I gotcha. New Zelda game, though, that's right. Echoes of Wisdom came out a few days ago. Oh, it's an Irish accent, yeah. I wasn't quite hearing her accent as well. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is this lady, but I remember at one point, our character, Red, noticed one of them had an accent, and I think spoke Gaelic to her, and she spoke Gaelic back, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to read this out loud, but I'm going to try to, like, pick up on what it might be referring to. Longing hands. Home thou misseth. Warmth into our meal. Let us taste rest. Quiet and soft and still. Our grief for Ireland and the strength of our resolve. I mean, nothing jumps out towards me, rather, as being, like, weird or desperate. If I had to guess, just being homesick.
Weird. She seems hostile, but also tries to guide us towards something.
Already able to control wisps. Her ghost grows strong fast.
I'm gonna go back real quick because we couldn't explore this area as Red earlier. I'm gonna do a quick sniff. Around to see if there's anything that jumps out at me. Like, this is pretty empty already, though. Like, there wasn't anything to grab over here or anything. I think we good. Yeah, there's this corpse. We got nothing there. We Gucci. This game looks really good. It is a very good game. I do like it a lot. It's an interesting combination of, like, detective stuff. Like, there's a lot of, like, trying to solve mysteries, being sort of a detective, or a Ghostbuster, kind of, and also having some Assassin's Creed style, like, overworld, like, stuff to do, and tasks to resolve, and of course side quests to knock out as well. There's just a little bit of that as well. It's pretty good so far. Same developers as Life is Strange, which I've never played, but I've heard is extremely good. That game is less actiony. This game is more actiony, but not like huge actiony. I usually what I tell people is if you're down for a good combination of action and story, this is a pretty good one. If you don't really give a shit about story and you want more action, the action in this game and like the combat in this game is okay, but it's kind of shallow compared to the big ones like Dark Souls, Witcher 3, that kind of thing. So it's like if you want an action game, this one would probably leave you wanting. But otherwise, though, it's quite good. Variety of accents, yes, yeah. The poem was more longing. I think longing is a good way to describe it. Longing and maybe homesick. Some God of War gameplay. I would say the combat has some God of War isms. It has Assassin's Creed isms. There's like maybe you could even say some Dark Souls isms, but there's no stamina bar, which is big. You can swing till the cows come home. You can roll and dodge also until the cows come home. There's not as many like resource management, punishment, balancing acts you have to perform. Lots more poetry, by the way. Hair, black as the earth I was born on. Eyes, blue as the river I bathed in. Lips, soft as the warmth of the sunrise. Hands, as brave as Fionn Mac Cumhales. Oh my. Sounds like she wants to Fionn Mac come on her hails. Am I right? Am I right? High five. I don't even know what I just said. Anyway. Definitely more longing here. But this one seems to be more longing in the, romantic sense. The biblical definition of longing for something or someone, maybe. Penetrating your aura that my fingers consume. Oh my. I imagine your delicate hands clasping a bouquet of flowers. And then be my blood. Strange thing to demand on someone. What else? That goes of my pain. Save the ancient people. When the fairies come to bring good fortune, you can hear my joy resound. This is a long poem, goddamn. I'm gonna guess this is not written by her. It's probably like someone else's poetry. When I am dead, I will return to her. My bones will be her hills, my hair shall be her forests, my blood shall be her rivers, and my ashes will be her flowers, and my penis shall be her, I don't know. Hold on. I'm cooking. Like the thing that you use for applying makeup, something really classy. We always keep it classy. Hell yeah. Anyway. Got that. We got Arctic in the house. What's up, Arctic? I ain't never seen a blue river. I mean, I've seen like water that looks blue, but it's because the sky. It's because the sky. Like, come on. Put 2 and 2 together, lady. It's not hard. Brown or sickly green. Yeah, especially if like you see like inside the water, then it's like, ugh, more grody.
Old emotions are trapped here.
In the bucket. Oh, we get to perform a ritual to listen to the echo. Let's listen to the echo. Hark. I shall hark upon the echo. Good to see Arctic. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
You could have stayed home
Fuck
tonight. How's your leg?
Still crippled. Besides, I needed air, and I like it here.
I know you like it here.
Elizabeth! Are you alright?
I thought she was gonna die. I thought that was how she died. That's Galnith with the raid.
Yes.
Wait. No. My necklace is gone.
Interesting.
Mary-Clare is our ghost sister.
Mary-Clare is hobbled. Her sister must have done the chores.
Oh, they seemed happy.
They seem very happy indeed.
Yeah, seems alright, you would think. Anyway, Galnith with the raid, he says, I know you. Ah, shit, they're on to me. They're on to me, quick, the jig is up. Thank you, Galnith, for that raid. Thank you, Arctic, for shouting out Galnith, playing some Deadlock. I knew you were playing it a bit last week. And yeah, it seems like more people are jumping on it, which is really cool. That's really cool. And you are really cool. Not just because you rated me, but that doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt the coolness rating. But thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. And as always, you know, I love asking for show and tell. You know, I love asking for them clippies. So if there's anything you want to share, I am extremely down to see whatever you might have for us. We're playing more of this cool game. This is Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. We actually started this game back when it first came out. I want to say back in like February, maybe March of this year. So it's been out for a bit. And I think it was in fact, I know it was a Dare Drop title originally. And I always wanted to come back to it, and we're picking up where we left off. We streamed it a bit yesterday. Why did I say last week? Streamed it a bit yesterday. And kind of regained our sea legs. Kind of getting refamiliarized with the combat systems and also like refamiliarized with like where the fuck we were. Because it's been like 6 months since we played the game. You know how that goes sometimes, right? You pick up the game for the first time in like 6 months, and you're like, oh god, what the fuck was I doing? Where was I? What quests are there? And it's a pretty cool game. I was just saying earlier, it's got some Assassin's Creed isms with like the way there's always a bunch of side quests to do and like other challenges to take on. It's got some maybe vaguely Dark Souls isms with the combat, and really good storytelling with the side quests and main quests too, for that matter. We get Ogasso as well. More like Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. Ogasso fucking suplexing our asses. I'm a fan of like Banisters, Ghosts of New Furniture. Like that's how my brain goes. When I hear the word Banishers, I think of like banisters that we're looking at like at IKEA or some shit. Yeah, Ghosts of New. That's it. Ghosts of New IKEA. We got that shit. Clip it and ship it. There we go. We got there, baby. So this is a haunting case right now. So in this game we are playing as Red McWraith, a Banisher, which is let's see, this game takes place in the late 1600s, like the 1690s. So it's a 1690s version of Ghostbusters, basically. The whole notion of being a Banisher is you go around, you talk to people and try to find out why ghosts are haunting them. And in this game, a lot of the haunting cases come out to be like, oh hey, my husband died under mysterious and uninvestigated circumstances, and I was very sad about it, and it was very tragic. Anyway, I started dating my new boyfriend, yesterday, like, the day after my husband disappeared mysteriously. Huh, that's very strange. Anyway, and, we're so happy, but I've been noticing I've been having nightmares, and my headaches are really bad, and also, the cat exploded the other day, and, my new boyfriend, his sphincter fell out of his asshole, and all this weird stuff keeps happening. I wonder why. Anyway, I think I might be haunted. And then it's our job to, like, do some detective work, see what happened, and obviously somebody, like, got fucked over, basically. Because ghosts in this game don't stick around unless they feel like there's, like, something unresolved, like they feel scorned or betrayed or pissed off, something that, like, drove them to such an extreme, they feel inclined to haunt somebody or something. So anyway, that's our whole deal in this game. We're like trying to solve mysteries, and so much of the time a haunting happens because someone done got fucked, and not in the good way. So anyway, that's what we're up to right now. Our current haunting case we just kind of took on is the O'Hara sisters. We don't know much. All we know is that Lisabeth, when we first met Lisabeth, she was already sick. She was like sick with some kind of fever. And that her sister was like, you know, was like caring for her, but that's all we knew. And it's a little bit interesting because in that little cutscene, that little memory we saw, it's like, oh, they're being nice, and like things are playful and fun, and like things seem to be pretty chill. So despite Lisabeth being like already sick and Mary-Clare having, I think it said that she had like a bad leg or something. Yeah, Mary-Clare, has like a bad leg or something, so Lisabeth had to do all the chores. But they seemed happy and like things were chill, so no indication of anybody like trying to pull one over on each other yet. I don't play a game for a week I'm lost. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes, honestly. Banisters, Ghosts of New Eden. Honestly, Banisters, Posts of New IKEA is way funnier. Oh gosh, so let's go with that. Yeah, Banisters, Posts of New IKEA.
Not a word, not a yearning, and yet the leaves of every tree whisper thy name away.
Okay. And this little wisp continues to kind of lead us around.
Poems.
If I remembered it, I'd not admit to it.
Oh, come on. It was not that bad.
At least maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the wisp isn't like leading us around, but it's probably leading us to something up top. So let's go up top anyway. I'm also thinking more about that cutscene. We've been introduced to these two characters as sisters. Oop, I think just kind of wigged out for a little bit there. We've been introduced to these two characters as sisters, and that's what they continue to describe the situation as. Is it possible that they are not sisters and that they're not related, but that they say that they're sisters so that nobody questions their closeness, and that there's something else going down? It's one of those kind of situations. One of those like, oh yes, the history books will call them roommates. We'll call them close friends. So, I don't know. That like little moment, like, oh, they were splashing water on each other. It was nice. It was like fun and carefree. Just saying. What if it was? What if it was? A little something, something. What's up, shock value? They were roommates. Yeah. So I don't know. This is the 1690s, mind you. So, the reality is that people were not, the common public was not as down for lifestyles that were not of the, vanilla, the standard definition of these things. So yeah, so it might be one of those cases where things are not quite what they seem, which is, let's be real, usually how these things go. Very rarely do we begin a haunting case going, oh yeah, we know where this is going. There have been a few where it's like, well, I think I can guess, but there's usually some kind of left turn. And sometimes even a left turn upon that left turn. So who knows? And look at this guy, he's so happy, and never mind, he's dead. Yeah, we rarely get to interact with living people in this game. And when we do interact with living people, they're usually not living for very long after we're done with them. Usually, if we find a living person, after some time, things will not go well for them. Honestly, we've talked about this before, especially when I'm playing Space Marine or Dark Tide. The whole social media post where someone will say, hey, the last video game you played is the world in which you have to live for a full year. How fucked are you? And if it's Dark Tide or Space Marine, any kind of Warhammer world, kill me now. Just put me out of my misery, because I would not last more than 5 minutes in that world. I'm much too squishy. I am much too squishy and beautiful to survive in Space Marine or Warhammer. Really, Warhammer, anything. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, all right? I'm not built for that kind of thing. With this game, like, I'd be okay as long as I didn't have to meet Red. Has anybody who meets Red McWraith gets got in some way, shape, or form? And I haven't even, like, killed anybody, right? That's so disappointing. I haven't killed anybody. I don't have any, like, deep, dark secrets about, like, oh yeah, I killed a guy in college and I'm trying to atone for it. Like, no, I got nothing, man. It's so disappointing. He was trying to, like, buff something, but instead he's getting heckin' got. There's something else trying to get me. Never mind. I thought I saw, like, a little red icon, like a projectile shot, but nothing got my ass. Nothing got my ass. My ass remains unattained. There we go. Got some stuff down there. I think I've not been here. I've not been there because that place is not opened up yet. We haven't opened up that pit yet. We came from that direction. I think the wisp was beckoning us this way. So I shall follow. Or like a
Picking up something
like a noise
spectral nearby.
What do we got over here? Is this a... Oh, it's a note. Hold on, let's check what the wisp might have. Huh. That's not blood, I don't think. Probably not. So sure enough, there's something like fancy going on here. I like to usually save those last because that kind of stuff usually moves things forward. The ones with the special icon. Let's read this first. It's probably more poetry. It sounds like Mary-Clare was the poet. It's kind of implied because yeah, I think it was like Isabel or no, what's her name? The other sister. She was like, oh, you know, you don't have to be out here. You can be writing your poems right now. That's fine. Mistress of mercy, anoint my lips with blessed sweetness of passion. Queen of heaven, unfailing, I drink from thy fountain of wisdom and joy. Till the morning I burn. The covenant that binds us. I don't know, man. I don't know. The queen of heaven, blessed sweetness of passion. They were very close, okay? They were roommates. They were besties, okay? They were best friends. Yeah. I don't know. It's, like I said, they just... maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they aren't sisters. Maybe the knowledge is they aren't sisters. No, they're called the O'Hara sisters. Oh, no. Wait. Is that her, like, full name? We don't know. They're called the O'Hara sisters. I just had a moment where it's like, oh no, what if there is something going on, but they were actually sisters? Oh boy. I don't know. Let's just kind of assume it's not going to take that turn. Let's listen.
She is the leaf brightening upon the breeze.
Where'd the wisp go? Wisp goes...
How did it
the
go?
tree.
The light in your eyes.
The warmth in thy eyes.
Aw, he remembers.
You do remember.
Good job, Red. You're a bit of a softie sometimes, aren't you? Go back across. Actually, I guess I can just drop down, I think. I'll drop down there. We're gonna have to fight some dogs, though, because I saw the caves. I got that dog in them. What's this tree? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was over here. So I thought it was. I thought I saw the wisp fly over this way. Got that from the tree. Yeah, more linens. Always with the linens. Yeah, anytime you see a little hovel like this, usually it means the wolves will come out to play at some point.
Something has me.
There's a ward nearby. Usually, actually, it might even be behind here. So I can break these. I can't break this one, though. We need Ante to break this one for us. Good shot, Red 2. Good shit and good shot.
I'm at your side again.
The ghost ward taken out. She can blow this thing. Let's blow this thing and go home.
Cannon powder.
I think this is... okay, more poetry. Black Rose of Ireland. Give thanks for thy hardship, thy suffering and woe. Okay. A maiden upon the wondrous water, where in anguish thou yearn to be drowned? That's a little bit out of left field. Yeah, this one's more somber and, like, dismal. Daughter walks lightly on hill and by the river. Shower the harrows with grain. Embrace the river as it kisseth. Bestow on her mouth. Her mistress upon thy wondrous water. Where in anguish thou yearn to be drowned. Yeah, this one's like... I kind of like the nice ones about passion and like the queen of heaven and all that. You know, the nice flowery stuff. This one's more like... this is her dark phase, bro. This is when she got really into shopping at Hot Topic and listening to My Chemical Romance, I guess. God damn. It's possible I'm a big dumbass. I could have sworn I saw the... oh, there's the wisp. It's down there. Okay. Because, see, I thought I saw it go by that tree over yonder. So that's like the next major location. Oh, hello, Sheena. Hello, Sheena. Before we go that way, kind of explore around this little ledge. Shayna's here, by the way. This is Shayna the cat. She's very happy to see all of us. And by happy, I mean demands that we all give her attention, and if we fail to do so, she will inflict violence. Crimes against personnel will happen. Banks will be robbed. That's how it goes. Robberies will occur. That's how it is. Already been over there, and I don't know if I really explored everything else on this side. We know there's some kind of hidden thing somewhere. Oh, this guy. Will it be a clue or just a nice little bonus find? It's just a nice little bonus find. Not exactly a clue. In fact, for that matter, this is a dead end. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and jump down. Then go off to that little area next to the riverbank. Just jump down over here. I don't think I can, actually. Walk across. Can't jump down right now. Oops. No. Go and jump down. There we go. There's apparently something else that is causing my hand to glow. Somewhere. As we were walking across this thing. See anything, though? Is it down here? Oh, here we go. I missed this. A regular corpse. Has a couple nice things. Yeah, nothing too crazy. It's a shame we didn't really get anything out of this. I would like to know what happened here with this painting. Maybe we'll get a little something out of that, but we'll see. You're wondering why my mouse keeps like jiggling that much? Just because Shayna's like rubbing her face against my arm. She's very happy, right, Shayna girl? And by that, I mean she's like, I need attention or I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Which, you know, how it goes sometimes. Gonna summon some wolves. A little den where they could pop out if they so chose. Because I'd love to go the wrong way first. I like to investigate the optional story items before I go to like the big required ones. Something else that's hidden somewhere. There's the big one. The basket. I think that's going to be another hearkening, I think. Yeah, that little kind of charm, that little chime noise usually requires a hearkening to like reveal an echo.
The dainty sparkle of Helios's lamp shining through the space of each quivering branch.
With each quivering branch. Her branch quivers rather. You make my branch quiver. You'll remember Hey Arnold? I always think of that one time in one of the episodes of Hey Arnold where as Helga is writing into her journal. As she writes into her journal, there's that, she's like, oh, Arnold, you make my girlhood tremble. It's like, oh my. You make my girlhood tremble? Aren't you like 8 years old? What the hell? It's a little bit like, whoo, a little on the nose, don't you think? So put down to paper, leaving home, wherever she may be. I miss Ario. Oh, that's a person's name. Okay, so that makes me feel a little better. So there is a yearning, like a longing, but it's not for the sister lady. Thank goodness, it's for someone else. What my life could have been if I'd stayed to marry that man. Oh, maybe it's a dude. Maybe Eru is a dude. No, it's just wherever she may say. Oh, maybe she's saying she's like resentful towards her sister for making her leave, and maybe Eru is her lost lover. Yeah. Of my father's golden house.
Fleeing island and an unwanted marriage.
Oh no, she didn't want to leave. Oh, okay. She did not want to marry him. It was an unwanted marriage. That makes me feel a little better.
It was so romantic.
What's up, Oni?
Go on, say it.
The warmth in thy eyes, in the dark of the night. The sparkle in thy voice, in the depths of my heart.
Ah, I was right. It was terrible.
Hi-yo.
And I still like it.
That's sweet. It was a Nickelodeon show, so it was on brand. It was just like it's like a level of phrasing, a level of like a depth with that phrasing that was a little bit out of pocket, but we'll still allow it. That show ruled. It did rule. That show really did rule. Grace and I watched a whole bunch of it during the pandemic. We didn't watch all of it, but watched a good chunk of it, and it still holds up, honestly. I mean, a lot has been said about the show, like going into some shit, honestly. The whole thing about about Arnold's parents being presumed dead is really tragic. The like Parents' Day special, honestly, kind of a tearjerker. And I feel like there's like indications of, yeah, I don't know, like parents that like a child being of mixed race heritage, which, you know, is not a huge deal nowadays, but back then it was like, you know, kind of like an interesting little detail to throw out there.
Across the sea, there's a storm when you sleep. Our joined souls usher in the unspoken.
Like the episodes of like struggling with poverty, struggling with like, you know, like the pressures of trying to perform, you know, in like social situations, like trying to be cool. I mean, those are the kinds of things a lot of Nickelodeon shows delved into anyway. But I feel like Hey Arnold had a particularly like poignant way of showing their lessons and like depicting some real shit that as a kid I thought was like cool and was interesting and engaging. But as an adult, I look back and I go, man, they really handled that shit really well. Like that was a really cool way of approaching these subjects and approaching things that were kind of sad and kind of a bummer and didn't necessarily have a like, oh, hey, we have a happy ending, everything's good. Sometimes the moral of the story was, hey, it's okay to be sad and you can like work through these emotions, and that's how it goes sometimes. I think that's really remarkable. Stoop Kid is afraid to leave his stoop. Stoop Kid, holy shit. The idea of like a character with like just destructively like oppressive social anxiety, or maybe it's not social anxiety, maybe it's agoraphobia, whatever you want to call it, and like Arnold helping him through it, and like I think that's remarkable. Yeah, Pigeon Man, same kind of shit. Like, you know, these oddball characters that as a kid we think like, wow, that character is weird, and Arnold is helping him out. That's cool, but also like, yeah, there was some shit going down there, man. So I think it's pretty remarkable. It's a good show and it still holds up. Still holds up really well. So here we go. The names Moira, Tynan, and Lisabeth. So Lisabeth, maybe Lisabeth was the poet. I thought Mary was the poet, because I thought it was implied that Mary was the one who was writing these poems. Maybe it was Lisabeth. And she said that she missed Eru or Ira. Was that the name? I'm not know. Maybe Moira is like a symbol, like a alternate pronunciation or spelling of it. Hard to say. But we can use this to call the ghost forward.
Moira Tynan. Have we heard that name before?
We have now, and we found our tie. Who is Moira Tynan?
Oh, there she is.
No. Please, leave it alone. Leave it be.
Stains. I can uncover the traces.
Another
There's
bit of poetry.
trail. This way.
How are we talking about positive stuff? It was because one of the lines in the poem earlier said that my branch quivers, and I was like, oh, you make my branch quiver. And it reminded me of Helga and Hey Arnold, as she's longing for Arnold and writing in her poetry journal. One of the lines that I always remember is, oh, Arnold, you make my girlhood tremble. And I was like, oh my. Making the girlhood tremble, but bro, I mean, doing something right. Good for you, bro. And also, she was like 8 or 9 years old, so it's like, you know what that, like, why are you able to write these things, lady? Good lord. Let's see, what's this one got? The last couple were like of varying levels of like kind of more dark stuff. This one might be maybe more nice. Caress of a gentle lover. Okay. Now we're getting back into like the nice flowery stuff. Heaven's sweet rumble sighs. Clamor spreadeth cross mine own skin. There we go. Let's see. Hurtle back to the silence that haunteth the cracks between the pauses of the storm. Maybe the cracks of something else, if you catch my drift. Not a word, not a yearning. The leaves of every tree whisper thy name away. So this is still very
The
romantic.
spirit stamped this place with its presence and left a trail.
Want to follow the wisp again? Or is it just kind of vibing? Actually, maybe I need to go into ghost mode. I think it's just kind of hovering. I don't know. I don't think we have to follow the wisp anymore in particular. Let's keep going this way.
The dead left a mark here. I can reveal the stains.
Does it show a little trail? A happy trail? It shows a happy trail. There we go. Yeah, that line, exactly. And the stoop kid, yeah. Or no, not the stoop kid. Stop. He says, stop speaking levels of... Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, it was a good show. It was a really good show. I like it a bunch. I like it a bunch. And it holds up pretty darn well, things considered. And of course, the show was, you know, like 20 plus years old at this point. I guess more like 25 years old. And for a lot of us, it's like a nostalgic thing, obviously. Nostalgia is a big part of it, but I just think on its own it holds up pretty well, and I really appreciate how it addressed some pretty heavy subjects that as a kid was like my first time like really being exposed to those kinds of things. So I appreciate that show brought in some heavy shit, was not afraid to do so, and did so like pretty darn well without being like, you know, exploitative or like making people feel bad about it. Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, we got Whale. What's up, Whale? Yeah, buddy. Pigeon Man, dude. I was saying earlier, like, the Pigeon Man episode, as a kid, it's like, oh, wow, this guy's so weird. He's like a pigeon guy. He loves birds. But then as an adult, it's like, yeah, bro was, like, going through some shit. He was, you know, done with humanity, done with mankind. Bro, I don't think there's a single one of us here who hasn't been like, man, I kind of would like to just separate myself from society too, honestly, man.
She's a fiercely protective ghost.
So I kind of get that shit.
We should take care.
Wait, were we here already? Haven't I been here before? I have been here before. So she's caused a new mist to form, which is kind of cringe, lady. What the hell? Keep following this thing. I'm guessing I'm going this way. Although maybe this guy always looks like this. No, I don't think it always looks like that. That's definitely something. Oh, this thing. Because we've been here before. Yeah, that's a fucking mood. It is. It absolutely fucking is. So yeah, the Pigeon Man episode. But like, you know, then Arnold meets him, and he's actually like a pretty normal guy. Other than the fact that he's like, yeah, I'm just kind of done with society, bro. Just kind of done with that shit. Again, can't say I really blame him necessarily.
You trespass here. Leave us be.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
Please. We are just like you.
Yeah, we need to figure out how she died. And I'm still trying to piece together who the letters were written by and to whom they were addressed, or at least who they were about. Definitely wasn't about the unwanted marriage, but like the dude that she was like about to be forced to marry. I do believe there is some sapphic stuff that is being alluded to, but I'm thinking there's a third person, like a third individual. I don't think it's the person that they're claiming to be, that is claiming to be their sister, or that the game has so far informed us as being their sister. But having it, yeah, no, I don't blame you, Whale. No, I know, yeah, Whale popped in a couple days ago. I know you shared some very unpleasant news, and I've been thinking about you a bunch, buddy. But I do appreciate stopping in, even though, yeah, it's been a shitty time for sure. I was talking to Gracie about a couple of things, and kind of mentions like, yeah, you know, one of my buddies on the stream, he's been having a rough time, and there's a number of friends of our two families, you know, various family friends that have had some other kinds of like crappy personal stuff happen. So like at one point we were like, man, like a lot of people we know have had some like shitty shit happen lately. So man, that is a not fun time, but it is good to see you though. It's good to see you, bud. Thinking about you a bunch, as that shit is no bueno in any way, shape, or form. Appreciate you all the same though. Also, we're playing this cool game, and we're trying to uncover some mysteries. The ghost lady we're talking to right now, she is dead. Kind of how ghosts go. And she's protective. She's like very protective of her sister. And we've been finding all these poems that either she wrote or her sister wrote, and there's like an awful lot of like, oh, this burning passion I have for her. Oh, how I wish the rain would wash over me upon my skin like the warmth of her caress, like that kind of thing. It's like, oh my. But like, who's it about? It's not the sister, right? Unless they're not actually sisters. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's not like, bro, don't tell me like, oh god, it's forbidden because I'm thinking, oh yeah, their love is forbidden because it's the 1690s and the word lesbian, if you say that word out loud in the 1690s, you're like basically thrown into prison for 40 years. So, okay, I get that, but hopefully that's as far as it goes, and like, oh, they're not actually sisters, they just say they're sisters to explain their closeness. We'll see. Why are you here?
You shouldn't be here.
The ghost is dead, I know, right, Oni?
What binds you? What's keeping you here?
What binds you? What keeps you?
Oni says, Oni being like, yo, what kind of Alabama shit is going on here, bro? What in the Alabama?
What happened? How did you die?
We are all mortal. I knew it, but strangely I thought myself exempt. A bad cut. Badness in the blood.
She had the fever, right? And not the more cowbell fever, but like an actual fever.
And that was that. Leave us be. Leave Mary-Clare
She's still
alone.
protective of her sister. So her sister probably didn't kill her, which is
strong
good.
and defensive.
But then why is she haunting
Mary-Clare should be nearby.
somebody?
Look for a house.
Somebody or someone. Look for a house, I say as I'm staring at a house. But this is not a house, obviously. It's more of a barn. So let's look for a house nearby. Is it that house over there? It would be really funny if it was, because, you know, there was an instance last stream where I accidentally stumbled upon a house and my guy, like, knocked on the door. And there was a person that would refuse to answer. And I remember saying, like, oh, that's weird. That's either for a quest that we've already done, the game bugged out and is delivering that dialogue again, or it's a quest that that we haven't started yet, and the game is, like, maybe not supposed to show us this dialogue prematurely. I think it was this house. Oh, it's even got the telltale shimmer of
Voices
something
of the
going down
past.
here.
Waiting to be heard.
I see the apron you wore to the river. From across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see its wings rise like sails in the harbour. From across the meadow, or so I believe.
So Lisabeth was the one writing the poems.
Do you recognize the verse?
No, but I see spectral stains enveloping the building and blocking the door. How did the poem go again?
Alright, so I can't knock on the door, but yeah, what happened yesterday, I stumbled upon this house because we were just exploring this region, just knocking out a bunch of side quests. Because I didn't think there was going to be anything crucial around here. We began this quest up here. I figured, okay, this quest's going to keep us around here. It's actually having us do stuff out here. We've already, like, picked this area pretty well clean, and I ended up knocking on this house, or trying to open it. And yeah, what was happening is he would knock on the door, he would be like, so-and-so's name, presumably Mary-Clare, and she's like, no, don't go away, I don't want to talk. So we already know she's not going to answer the door. We kind of like buried the lead a little bit by starting that interaction out of sequence. So we did a very slight sequence break, but nothing progressed beyond that.
Here refers to what's in the verses.
So what else we got? We got some shoes.
I don't think the poem referred to this.
She said the apron that you wore to the river. So let's find that. Also like the tendrils that kind of go up and around. At the funeral, yeah. No, I don't blame you, Whale. Yeah. What can be said? Shit's fucking tragic, man, and I feel bad for you guys. Condolences to you and the fam, because that shit is so fucking sad. When my friend Kyle's dad passed away a couple months back, he was like, the friend of ours from high school, Kyle, like his house was like where we all hung out when we were in middle school and high school, and it was like our go-to place. So we were all super close with both of his parents. And when his dad passed away, his dad was like in his mid 80s. Well, I wouldn't say close. Yeah, I think he was like late 70s actually. I think he was 77. Lifelong smoker. Like it was not a surprise when he passed, but it was still sad. And we were all hanging out with Kyle a bunch, and it was good. We helped him with the funeral and whatnot. And afterwards, I remember our buddy Ryan, who pops in sometimes, he was saying like, guys, we need to like check up on Kyle every so often, because like now that the funeral's done, to a lot of us, okay, the funeral's done, that's sad, we can move on. But for people like Kyle, for people that like have to live this shit, it's not done. Like the mourning process is a whole much more long-term thing. So it's like, this is a reminder, like, we need to check up on him, make sure we can, try to do what we can to help him out. Because yeah, this shit's fucking awful, and it's anything but done, for him and his family, his mom, obviously. So yeah, same kind of thing. It's like, I recognize this shit is a long and miserable process. But they say the only way through some kind of tragic, like, or it's the only way to deal with something like that is to go through it. So it's like, we just have to face it head on. It's fucking tragic. Just awful.
I see all the milk you sifted this
Rough for the
morning.
friends too, yeah.
All across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see all its freckles braid onto your clogs.
Oh, the clogs, we
Across
sell
the
those.
meadow, or so I believe.
So we'll go next. Ireland was strict. Oh, Catholicism was a thing back then too. Well, yes, Catholicism was a thing. What I mean to say was the thing for back in, well, let's see. If Red's Scottish, so I guess probably the same thing there too. I would assume Catholicism was the standard in Scotland too. So yeah. Oh, but right, you're saying because her Irish accent. Right. That makes more sense. So yeah, it would be not agreed upon thing, generally speaking.
I see the curds that you plucked from the way, from across the meadow, the blossoms and leaves. I see the colander resting in the hay, from across the meadow, or so I believe.
The colander? Is that inside? I would assume it was inside. There's definitely stuff inside that we cannot interact with. Looks like we're going this way. Over this way inside. But yeah, like Whale said, yeah, it's like hanging. That was like a place for your friends to hang out too. I'm glad that like some of your IRL friends are, like we're there to help out too. That's really nice. That's really
I
sweet.
sense the fragment of a ghost's voice.
Probably this right here.
I see the cheese you stir for me and my sins.
Well, we should stir
Across
something
the
for me,
meadow,
all right.
The blossoms and
She said,
leaves.
probably.
Oh, please do gift me this mouthful of mercy.
Oh my, a mouthful of mercy.
Tomorrow cleaves.
Put your mercy in my mouth. Oh God. Mouthful of mercy. It's not the most sexiest turn of phrase, but we'll allow it. The judges are looking at me. They're gonna allow it. All right, let's maybe check on the door now. Maybe be like, hey, we heard about the mouthful of mercy. I'm here to deliver a mouthful. It's not mouthful of mercy. Sounds like a knuckle sandwich. Same energy. Let's go back to the door and see if they'll let us in by the hairs of our chinny chin chin. Broke away from the from the Catholic Church. Okay, so maybe not so much Scottish, but yeah, since the girl is Irish, that would make more sense. Many Irish fled to America. Oh, was that like as a result of the like issues? Well, no, I assume they fled to America just for, job opportunities and shit like that. But maybe it was also because of religious shenanigans. Is
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
No, she's gone. She was here, wasn't she? She was saying like, no, fuck you. Maybe she like hopped out and got the fuck out of Dodge. But yeah, like what was supposed to happen is that we were going to knock on the door. She was going to say, go away and not let us in. We kind of preempted those interactions accidentally. In last night's stream. Let's kind of poke around a little bit here.
By the hearth, the bed is made, the goose is cooked, the bread is baked.
What this one? Whole bunch of stuff. Reveal. Reveal thy bookshelf to me. Giggling. That sounds pretty chill. Is this the funny one? Is it a pee-pee poo-poo? Oh, more things in the mouth? It's not mercy in the mouth. It's a wolf inside thy mouth. Oh my. Snarling against my throat. Wish she'd snarl my throat, she thought to herself, and then quickly, like, scribbled out because that sounds fucked up. Plunging into the love thou wouldst tame. Rip out with blood-soaked chops. This is getting weird. Did she get drunk and write this? She is the leaf, bridling upon the breeze. Dainty sparkle of Helios's lamps. There's the quivering branch. Oh, there it is. We found it. The quivering branch. The fourth hole. The space of each quivering branch. My girlhood trembles. The water streams through the brook, pointing to where the moon waits. Hopefully talking about her ass. That kind of moon. Okay. And a few more spots to take a look-see through. There's also one over here. Do that one last. This is getting weird. Farsight, it should get a little bit weird here, Alex. When do things ever get weird in games like this? It was an awful lot of similes. It was never like, oh, I want the wolf to do things to me. It was always like, oh yes, do things to me, much like a wolf doing this to something else. Go a-courting. Okay. And then, I'm sorry. I saw hand lines hold. I thought they meant like, oh yes, let's hold hands. And let's be real. Premarital hand holding in the 1690s. Oof, that shit'll put you in hell and also make you pregnant. So you gotta be careful. Okay. You'll go to hell and get pregnant and die if you hold hands before marriage. Back in those days. I didn't get anything from that one. Maybe like a little noise, but like I could like nothing discernible. Oh, reveal it. Reveal. The Quakers were Protestant Christian with different rules, and then Northern Ireland found that more favorable than traditional Catholicism. Okay. Interesting. It also does not surprise me that, yeah, the answer to, like, kind of the things I was wondering about is more that can be properly described, succinctly, at least, in a Twitch chat message. So, yeah, fair if the answer is like, it's weird. It's weird. So, letter to Elizabeth. My heart. Fine and great to read your letter. I thought I'd not hear from you again. Harvest is small, but the cow calved, and we've allowed the tenants to stay on the rent. There's beef and milk. This year shall be better. We'll lose fewer of the young men to the colonies of the war, fewer young girls to service in England, like your friend Moria. Oh, her friend. So Moria is presumably then is the subject of her desire, of Elizabeth's desire, because that's the name we've heard earlier. So I think that's the answer. That's like the person she's been, pining after all these years, all this time. None have seen hide nor hair of her in the years since she walked out of the house without a word, not to her father, nor to her betrothed. Yeah, the dude that she didn't want to marry. So that was the marriage that was arranged that she didn't want specifically. I thought it was Elizabeth that was in like an arranged marriage. Mother hasn't been the same since you left, and neither was the betrothed to do. What an unfortunate name. Padraig? Padraig? And a last name Og. Maybe she didn't want to marry him because she didn't want to adopt the surname Og. And who could blame her? Maybe it's pronounced differently with the accent. Maybe it's like Ug or something, but still. Yes. Hello, Mrs. Ug. Ugh. Kind of feels not good. The wedding has brought some cheer, for you should know that Padraig Og gave up on Moria and has married your sister. Oh. That complicates matters. Now, is this dated? No, it is not dated. This is to Elizabeth. So Mary is the one that has the bum leg. And I guess at the time she was back at home. So I guess this all predates the events of this game.
This letter says Mary-Clare got married.
Yeah, in Ireland.
In Ireland.
But they're here in New Eden. Wait. Of course.
That's not Mary-Clare.
Mary-Clare.
Moira Tynan was betrothed to some fella. Moira fled with Lisabeth to avoid the marriage.
Mary-Clare isn't Lisabeth's sister. It's a pretense to allow
So sure
them
enough,
to be together.
it is exactly what we were first thinking.
We know Mary-Clare is not who she claims to be. We know you're not sisters.
Oh.
Mary-Clare remains at home. They were in love. Their love binds them together yet. I hear it happens.
Let's go have a wee chat with them.
So there was like a moment where it's like we noticed the walking stick, right? Because she doesn't actually have a bum leg. So sure enough, this is not the actual sister character. That's kind of a relief, honestly. There was also a weird moment where it sounds like there was a conversation that was supposed to be happening that we weren't really seeing their side of. Maybe they were like on the other side of the door or something. Not sure how, but for whatever reason, there was something we couldn't quite hear. But the subtitles helped, obviously. Well, let's see where they are. It also begs the question of, like, what is the next step? Because it doesn't sound like Mary-Clare, aka Moira, actually killed her or anything. It sounds like for Lisabeth, it really was the fever that took her. Some kind of infection.
A ghost in love is a force to be reckoned with.
I believe you.
I don't think I've been in here either. Oh, I remember noticing this. I remember noticing the glow on the other side of this door. And it was small. It was like a small glow. Yeah, maybe this is the instance where we were knocking on the door and nothing was getting through.
Oh there, Moira, Lisbeth. I wish to help you. Will you talk to me?
Be off with you, Scotsman.
Moira, I only wish to talk.
The red hair and everything. And the green tunic. Or dress, I guess.
You shouldn't be here.
Nor should you, Lisabeth.
Who are you?
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McWraith. He is also the man I love.
How do you two... I don't understand.
A long story. As is yours, I'm sure.
How can we help?
You clearly mean the world to each other. How can we help?
Stay away from her.
This cannot last. You must know it.
Why? Why would you say such a thing? What do you want?
Like, we all know how this is eventually going to go, but I'm not sure how to get us there, so to speak. Let's get some other intel.
Free-spirited young women end up so far from home. How did you meet?
We were neighbors in Ireland.
Lisabeth, don't. The other settlers.
It's time. Someone must know of us. Someone must remember us.
Your love is precious. You want it to live. I understand.
I doubt you do.
Oh, should we like throw that little number out? You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
I
Hey, Bonnie.
also loved a woman once. Javiera Sepulveda.
Yogi?
Hell had no fury like her. Big-mouthed, loved to laugh. Loved me.
What happened?
Life happened. I had work to pursue, and so did she. She was happily married, last I heard.
I'll not go that way, you understand? There'd be no happy marriage to some man or other. To the world, we were sisters. Faithful, devoted, and inseparable. A man come courting Lisabeth was also courting me. Bad leg and all. None stayed. Now, I'm a crippled young woman alone. No family, no money, no position. Marriage to a man may be all I can hope for. But it shall not be happy.
Let's kind of ask, like, yeah, how did this whole circumstance arise?
People here, well, let's say they lack understanding. How did you keep up the charade? Where did you find the courage?
Spite. We know what they did to the schoolmistress. We know what they do to free women. We took our place amongst them and acted as if we were them. Harshness was the facade behind which we could live.
A false face to the world so we could wear the truth at home. Pretending to the outside world is one thing, but you can't pretend to yourself.
So you grew up together?
Our families had business. Moira's dad worked the sheep farms, mine traded wool.
I was 16 when my leg broke. Doctors said I'd not walk again, that the shock would likely kill me. I showed them.
I lived
I
out
went
of
to the
spite.
O'Haras to learn the wool trade. We grew together. We grew to love each other.
When they pressed you to marry, you fled here.
I'd not belonged to another. It was Liz or no one. New England meant we could be whoever we wanted to be, and no one would know different.
Well, here comes the part where we have to like make a decision here, and I'm still not. I think the direction is gonna have to be like either continue to live your days unhappily, and like presumably miserable, and maybe even like with like failing health, or there's another option.
You have loved each other. A love so great not even death could tear it from you. But Lisabeth, you must realize that you are feeding on Moira's life to continue your own flicker of a...
Yeah, Meerkat knows exactly where this is going.
And what of you? Does the same truth not hold? Are you not hurting him by staying?
We find other ways for Antea to feed. Banishers, remember?
Show me how. That's your choice and I want the same.
It's not that simple. Us being Banishers is the only reason why Antea can be fed.
And it has its limits. What do you think, Lisabeth? Do you wish the haunting to endure?
Am I really killing her?
It will seem like you aren't at first, but she will wither slowly and then all at once.
Her life is a gift. I don't wish to hurt her.
I can't do without her, not here, not anywhere.
Well, there is an option.
There's a haunting here. We're ready to bring it to a close.
Yeah, Meerkat, you said it best. It's like, I don't want to do this, but at the same time, this is already it's like a tragic situation already. Ascending or banishing, I mean, banishing Elizabeth would be cruel. Ascending her would put her soul at ease, but then Moira would just be miserable forever. It's kind of a misnomer to say that we're blaming Moira. She didn't do shit. It's not her fault that Lisabeth got like some bad cut that got infected. Shit just happened in the 1690s, 1600s. We didn't have penicillin and shit like that, right? So it's not so much that we're blaming Moira, but we can join them together for eternity in a way that removes like having to like live out like a long and arduous painful death. So some could say that this is the merciful choice, but as always, it's a reminder we have an ulterior motive here, because if we go on a killing spree and resolve every haunting case by executing somebody or blaming somebody, and we gain a soul from it, then it will be enough to complete Antea's resurrection. So we think, because we're still not sure that this spell is going to work, but the ritual is believed to work if we get all the blames, if we continue the blame game. So Moira, there we go.
Moira,
I don't feel great about this one.
I believe you'd do anything to bring your beloved back.
You're right. I would.
Well, here's the thing. I'd do the same for mine.
Wait. You can't. You can't mean to. Don't touch her.
I'm sorry.
Moira! I'll get you. I'll get you both.
I was hoping he was gonna phrase it in a way that was more like, listen, we could put you, we can resolve this for you. As opposed to, hey bro, my waifu is hungry. Girl's hungry? Girl's gotta eat. So that approach is kind of like unsatisfying. Because that does make us out to be pretty villainous, doesn't it? Like, hey bro, ghost wife hungry. You can best believe.
Endure that our loved ones be sheltered. Oh shame. Oh woe.
You can best believe there's going to be like a scourge or something that's going to come out from this. where Moira's spirit is gonna, or no, Lisabeth's spirit is gonna come back and be like, it's gonna like try for some violence for sure. Because that happens. That happened at the end of the Marcy and Hugh case, where after we executed Hugh, Marcy's ghost came out and tried to fuck our shit up. So I think have we read all these? Tempest on Mine Own Lips. Fingers dig. Oh my. Oh me. Oh my. Oh me. Oh my. Thy fingers dig into the throb of mine own please. Oh please indeed. Woo! Somebody open a window. It's getting steamy in here. Thy fingers gust every drop of their plunge. Ah, you fucking this is all right. Change the chat. Change the fucking tag. 18 plus. I'm ending this on Twitch and I'm beginning the stream on Pornhub. I'll see you guys there. Bye. That'd be a good bit. Be like, all right, that's the end of the stream. I'll see you guys. We're gonna move this stream over to Pornhub. I'll see you guys on the hub. I'll see you on I'll see you on Chatterbait. Buy me some tokens. I'll see you guys there, bro. Oh my fucking god. Amazing. See ya. Oh yeah, we're moving the stream to Kick, where you can just fucking show porn and to children and everybody laughs and they love it. And you'll make partner or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, if you like show porn to like children, politicians will, like, ex-presidents will want to meet you. It's great. It's great. It's a great thing over there. Anyway, anything else? That's like the only fun part. Everything else is like, okay, the blood drawn, violence on my wrath beseech thee. Yo, tell me more about like fingers going into holes and throbbing and your girlhood trembling. Profanes over the mind. Boring. Lame. Every bite, lame. All right. The rest of that was kind of snoozeville, honestly. I knew Jimmy Carter was up to no good. Oh man, that's some good shit. That's some real good shit. And was that what this one was, or did I? Yeah, that's what I just read. Okay, cool. That was amazing. Some good shit. What's this one? Poem number 3. The bog is brown. Sky is dark above the town. Sullen river swells and drowns. Okay. This is how I operate when I apparently when I read poetry now. I just look for like the horned stuff. Look for the horny, like, out-of-pocket shit and get really excited about it. There's a fire burning in the hearth. All right. I'm down. In honor of the coming queen. I mean, hey, if you do your job right, if you do your job right, she'll be the coming queen. All right, or if you know the combinations to her safe, so to speak. To kisseth her lightly on her crown. So the bodice of her gown. All right. Fire burning in the hearth. There's a little something going on down there, if you catch my drift. The bed is made. The goose is cooked. The bread is baked. You're gonna cook her goose. That's for sure. You're gonna bake her bread. Baby, I'm a butter your bread. I'm over here like, I'm such a dick. I'm such a fucking penis. I'm over here like reading all of her poetry. Fucking like dunking. I'm like, oh fuck, we're plunging the fingers. Ah, fucking air horns. And all the while, all right, she's just dead over here. Body is like not even cold yet. And I'm just over here just fucking popping off like an idiot. All right, well, that was a happy little tale. Hi, Rossi says, another cheerful day of being a banisher.
She was doomed anyway. I'm fine. I noticed you stopped writing to Javiera.
I am not friends with letter writing. I'll write to her. Later. After
it's all said and done. Did you catch that little moment where she was like, hey, Red, that was kind of a heavy one. You found it right? He was like, I'm good. He was like, oh, I'm fine. Yep, doing great. Oh, yep, I'm doing good. So, there's like a number of instances, more so in the main story, where like we're reminded how like this kind of thing does take a toll on Red. And not even the haunting cases, but of course Antea being here and her haunting him, of course, is going to take a toll. And I'm hoping that's a thing we maybe get a little bit more of. I think that's like an interesting angle from a storytelling perspective. Going through all this, going through great lengths and maybe even questionable lengths at the cost of you know of resurrecting our beloved, even if it brings us to do things that are not always the good guy path, so to speak, you know, questionable ethics and such. Questionable ethics and the pursuit of, you know, what we want in our heart of hearts.
Spectre.
This guy's going for a zombification. Not happening tonight. Not tonight, baby. Not too bad. Couple little baby combat, little baby fights. Fighting a couple of ghost babies, you know how it is. Get back to this guy so we can do some fast travel ones. These guys. 17th century porn fanfic. Sign my ass up. That'd be fucking dope. I would love that. I mean, that's basically what we were reading, but like, give me the full deal. I want the whole, I want the whole article. The whole issue. I think the place we are going is... Actually, where are we going on the map? Gonna be down this way, so I'm like looking off to the side. There we go. I see the little wisp, the little like blue kind of smoke signal to beckon us forward. Gooning over her literature. Yeah. Literature gooning. 24/7 over here. Harvesting souls to bring back the dead. Yeah, basically. Yeah. We are kind of a comic book feel. Yeah, it's not the bestest of looks. Now, in all fairness, a lot of the times the people we're killing are doing bad shit. This was one where nobody did anything wrong. Where the direction I was hoping narratively we would take is that we were reuniting their souls to be together forever and saving her a miserable existence that we knew was going to be uncomfortable for her. I was kind of hoping that's where, like, just from a storytelling and, like, narrative perspective, that's where we would focus. But instead, it was just a little bit like, hey, man, ghost girl hungry. So there it is. Increases ensnare damage, but consumes all the banished points. Reduced up to 20% to lower spirit gauge. Hold on. Damage taken is reduced up to 20%. Oh, based on the spirit gauge being lower. That one's actually kind of cool. I like that one. It's by 5% for each manifestation. Yeah, let's do this one. This one's actually, like, legitimately useful. I think that one's good. Some of the other ghost power-up, or evolution skill things we can invest into are just kind of so-so. Like these... Actually, I do like that one. Leap damage. I do like leap. That's a good one. Damage taken by intent. Yeah, actually, I might switch that out for another one then. Is there another one of these that I don't really need? Because I do like that. That one's pretty good. That one's really good. I like that one a bunch. Yeah, kind of like... We'll invest into that one next time. I really like the idea of this one because I like to use leap on fully healthed bad guys as like a way to not just close the distance, but also like initiate combat really well with a like big looking zombie fella. So I think that actually seems kind of nice. Let's go for... Let's see. I think the next like major area I want to explore is over on this side. And really this should be the last kind of nook or cranny for the Harrows in particular. Let's go there. Let us fast travel. If we had a steampunk cosplay with coal-powered vibes, that... Well, I mean, you're saying that's kind of what our guy has, because... Yeah, I think the armor and, like, the runes and whatnot that he has inscribed, I think that's actually more, like, witchcraft runes. Well, witchcraft, which is to say, like, this universe's version of witches, which is kind of like an... has, like, some, like... smatterings of like paganism and also like some vague... I mean, I see like Dreamcatcher on the chest piece there. So when I see that Dreamcatcher, it's like vaguely almost like Native American, like indigenous people kinds of relics. Oh, and porn genres. Yeah. A steampunk cosplay, coal-powered porn fanfic. Sign my ass up. I'm down. Thank you, Wu. I appreciate you. We're playing Banishers Ghost of New Eden. We actually played this game when it first came out, but we didn't beat it, obviously. We played, like, a decent bit of it. We played a decent bit of this and got pretty far, like I was just kind of describing, where we have, like, the first three areas available to us, and we're wrapping up a bunch of the side stuff and the Harrows, but still a decent bit in the Dark Woods and a bunch, well, maybe a little bit in the Dark Woods and a bunch in the Mire Marshes. But yeah, we have some what I suspect will be a combat challenge and a couple of other nice things to snag. I don't think I have the ability to unlock this yet, although I'll try it. I'll take a look. A couple of other points of interest to find and identify. So we got some stuff to follow up on in this area. We're just kind of like taking care of business, going back and clearing through some areas that are so far unresolved before we move on to the main quest. Main quest has a number of things for us as well. Yeah, it's a good game, though. Like Claybird said, really good game overall. I think it's a nice marriage of pretty good action and very, very good storytelling and character development. It's one of those games where if you're playing it just for the action, it might be kind of disappointing because the depth and complexity of the action, it's no Dark Souls. It's kind of shallow compared to other action games, Witcher 3, that kind of thing. But if you're down for that and storytelling together, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, I like this a lot. I don't think we're going to be beating it tonight, well, probably not even this week necessarily. But it's a fun game. I forgot how effective that can really be when it comes to making the bad guys sad.
Die, you bastard!
That entanglement ability. I never really think to use it when the chips are down, but it is kind of useful being able to snag them like that. Wu says he got a new job. That's exciting, bud. Is there, without like, I don't want you to dox yourself, obviously, but can I be nosy and ask if there's like any details you'd be comfortable sharing about this new job? And I don't mean like give me the address and phone number of your boss and their social security number, but I mean like, yeah, if like, oh yeah, it's this kind of, it's in this line of work and I'm excited about it, that kind of thing. If there was any juicy bits. Labor just took on the Beast, which is a pretty badass boss battle. I remember that battle very vividly and I liked it, and it was also a really interesting turning point in the story because when you realize that the Beast is the spoiler, and then when the spoilers without saying details, it's like, oh fuck, it's actually a pretty cool moment. So yeah, I like that fight a lot, and the aftermath of it was significant. Also, where's this gosh darned hecking flippin' flappin' flimmin' flammin' treasure chest that I apparently have missed somewhere along the way? Let's drop back down. Kind of a God of War reboot. Yeah, someone else had mentioned that the combat is like has some God of War isms. It's not nearly as, I would say, probably not as engaging as God of War is. I've actually never played a God of War game, so I'm kind of a fake gamer, but probably not as engaging or as like challenging. Generally, it's more on the easier side generally. But yeah, I think you're probably right though. As far as like overall, it tickles similar pickles. Like the systems are similar. So we've already been here clearly, and I cannot open this treasure chest. I lack the keys to do so. Yeah, we've definitely already been here though. So instead, I will continue on my merry way. So I just wanted to check in on that, see if we had what was necessary to grab this stuff. Oh, by the way, Woo, where are my manners? Whenever I get a raid, I always like to ask for clips. And Woo, you've heard my spiel before, so it's worth mentioning. Whenever somebody raids, like asking if there's anything you would like to share with us. I'm a big fan of show and tell, and since you've already done me the honor of sharing your community with me and showing your peeps what I'm about, the least I can do is offer you the ability or the option to show what your stuff is all about. So if there was any fun clips from a recent happening, if there was like any fun moments that are immortalized in Twitch clip form or YouTube short or TikTok, or if you like, I don't know, made a cool sandwich the other day and you took a picture and it's on Instagram, if you saw a cute dog on a walk and you thought it was nice and you wanted to describe it to me in vivid detail, I'm always down to talk dogs. Oh, the rope's not available. Also, that guy's dead. Now he's down there. But there's no rope for this one, so I can't jump up that way. It's kind of annoying. Thinking, like, if I could just do a little shortcut, because I want to see what that point of interest is, but I cannot get to it from here. We have to go all the way around, which is deeply inconvenient. I guess let's go this way then. Makes things a little simpler. Small engines technician at a tool and parts store. That sounds awesome. I didn't realize that you were a like hands-on tinkering kind of individual. Engines and mechanics, that kind of thing. That's super badass. Woo, am I misremembering something? Did you previously serve in the military? Because if so, maybe that answers my next question of like where you got introduced to learning that particular craft. And if it was indeed from... wrong button. If it was like from your time in the military, because I know a number of folks, including my grandfather, where yeah, that was like kind of where they got their start on like working on... yeah, this fucking guy.
He shite's toughened up.
Working on, you know, various machinery based on the branch of the military. In the case of my grandpa, in his case, he worked on the airplanes in the Navy to maintain them during World War II. That's kind of where he got his start on his like lifelong interest in engineering and mechanics and that kind of thing. This guy's got a shield, and I'm guessing if I kill this dude first, maybe that'll stop this whole shield from going down.
Away with you.
Because I was like damaging him a bunch, but then he stopped taking damage, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? We good? We good. Reload my gun. Mechanic in the Air Force for 22 years. There we go. There we go, baby. So that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. That's awesome, man. That's great that you've been able to carry that kind of know-how and skill set forward into your current job. That's super fucking cool, bud. It sounds like a perfect match for you, dude. It's a means to an end. We're gonna put that knowledge to good use. It sounds like you're a natural, honestly. It sounds like you're gonna fucking... if you haven't already, it sounds like you're gonna knock their socks off. You're gonna knock their dicks off. But maybe don't knock their dicks off. That probably would have some downstream effects. But still, that is exciting, though. I like hearing those kinds of dubs. I like hearing those kinds of good news things. And thank you again for that raid, Woo. Offers on the table if you have any clips to share. I love that shit. Is this a dead end? Am I a big doofus? The answer to both those questions appears to be yes. We're gonna be playing this game for another hour or two tonight, and then tomorrow probably... hold on. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's Thursday. So tomorrow we'll probably be playing an indie game that I'm excited about called Victory Heat Rally. Really cool retro racing game. Kind of like Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, somewhere in between there. Kind of game that looks really good. I'm trying to see how I get into that. Maybe there's like a little path this way, maybe? Thought I was already going to try that. Or maybe we have to go around here. I'm like, how do I get here? How do I get over there? Because I think I've definitely been here before. Just trying to figure out how I got here before. Gonna see if there's something else here. Otherwise, we'll just try to go all the way around. Yeah, we'll be playing that game tomorrow because it launches tomorrow, and I believe we should be able to get a review key for it. Actually, no, I don't believe. I'm positive we have a review key for it, so that'll be good. And I'm excited for that. And then I think this is the answer. Unless this is a dead end, because this is where the resting space is. But can I go out this way? Yes, here we go. Here we go. That's the key. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, and then probably over the weekend we'll be doing more Warhammer games.
Ask for help.
So we've been playing a lot of Space Marine 2. Probably do some Space Marine 2 on Saturday. I'm sorry, on Sunday. And then probably on Friday we'll be doing some more Darktide. We actually have a Dare Drop campaign for Darktide, so I'm looking forward to that. Probably no stream Saturday though. I will most likely be busy for pretty much all of Saturday. Hanging out with some friends for their birthday shenanigans that evening, and I probably won't be back till kind of late. So now that we're here, let's go back this way. That'll lead us to the goods. But first, could I potentially... Because I was open to like find if there's a shortcut. I'm actually gonna go up and around, see if there's like a shortcut we could maybe unlock. from up here. I think that'd be really neat. Really neato. No clips that I'm aware of. That's perfectly fine. Although if there was anything you wanted to go back and clip, or if one of your buds has something that you might have forgotten about, if someone else has a clip of yours, we'll take it. But no pressure though. I don't want to put the onus on you. If like, oh shit, I got nothing, Alex, and Alex is gonna think I'm such a loser and such a nerd. It is impossible for Wu to be a nerd, to be a loser. You are a nerd. I almost said impossible for you to be a nerd. No, that's valid. He's a nerdy individual, but the opposite of a loser. And yeah, no shortcuts back that way. That's a shame. I guess the only way to really get into that little area that I was hoping to find would be through kind of going up and around in a very inconvenient path, but that's fine. Inconvenience will not be the end of the world. And if it is the end of the world, then, I lived a good life. Oh, wasted my life. Let's see where I think there's going to be some kind of combat challenge thingy, probably back that way. Actually, hold on. How far away? How far are we talking? Keep following the path. Okay, so it's not behind me then. It's just going to be this way then. I see more doggos. Ishmael, is he here?
Ishmael Law.
I remember him. He was from another haunting case, and he's not dead, obviously.
I think I used to count my wolf kills on one hand.
Oh, there's more of them. A whole bunch more of them. I'm so happy that that range is enormous. It's disgusting, and I love it. Ouch. We got him. We've started an activity. Apparently Ishmael is somewhere. You heard him earlier. He was like, I guess he was getting accosted by these beasts. Oh, here he is, yeah. Yeah, I remember him from a previous haunting case, and he's obviously didn't get got.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful for your help.
He was not the biggest fan of us at the end of the previous haunting case, so it's weird to see him greeting us warmly.
What were you doing out here in the woods?
I have a delivery to make to Fort Jericho.
Then you're a long way off the trail, friend.
You're safe. Yeah, you didn't look well. What's going on?
I am safe indeed. I have survived servitude, bereavement, and haunting. I own a home. I have a store. If the colony may be saved, I shall have a life of prosperity. And yet, my wife Bess is dead. My good friend Phoebe is dead. And I am alive. It is not fair.
Is that why you put yourself in danger? Because things for you are good? You feel like you don't deserve them?
I knew the road to Fort Jericho was dangerous. And yet, it felt unfair to consider my own safety.
Life isn't fair. It's a waste of time to moan about it. Just live it. Best you can. Maybe it's time to live on your own terms. The dead need you no more, and getting yourself killed won't bring them back.
I suppose you are right. I suppose I must grieve.
Is that all we had to do for the quest? Just
thank you for
kind of reason with him?
Again. I'm going home.
I don't know what the delivery was. Maybe we could make it for him. No, that was it. That's the whole quest. Anything else?
Let me catch my breath, sir. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Okay, yeah. That was a real quick one. Of course, we had to fight the bad guys that were costing him, but otherwise, yeah, that was a pretty easy one. Just kind of reason with them, be like, hey, bro. You know, chin up, stiff upper lip, all that jazz. And now he's fine. So, yep, that resolved it. And that really was it. In this little nook here, the only other item of note is a point of interest here. opening up the shortcut on this spot would be really helpful, but it's not necessary. Oh, that's really far away, though. Actually, that's not true. I guess if nothing else, I could... Well, that was what led us here. I guess if nothing else, I could fast travel here and follow this path to get to the point of interest. Again, seems like such a waste that there's no other way to get to, like, basically to climb up this little spot or get through it to some kind of cave opening. Because there are cave openings to lead us back to these other spots. I think my best bet, though, is to do just that. Probably just head back to the small cave, fast travel to here, I suppose, or maybe here. Probably this one, though, just because it's a straight shot. A little bit spread out, but it'll work. It'll do in a pinch. Kill the bad guys. We save the day, ignoring the fact that the reason his best friend is dead is because we executed him as part of a previous haunting case. His wife was already dead, I believe. Or maybe it was vice versa. No, it was, yeah, his wife was already dead. And she was haunting him because of his, like, reckless lifestyle. She was, like, trying to, like, bring him to his senses. And his best friend Phoebe was, like, a horrible influence because she was a extremely, like, codependent alcoholic. Was ruining Ishmael's life. That was definitely a haunting case that was like a like bad shit was being done. Was it bad enough to warrant putting someone to death over? Probably not. But it was yeah, there was like some you know, people being exploited for very not good and like questionably ethical gains. Ethically questionable, we'll say it that way. So we've warped here. Zoop. Now, yeah, all we really need to do is follow this path and have that lead us yonder. So we'll be heading kind of east by northeast. Oh, that. See bad guys. They're too far away to be a problem. I'm gonna assume that if I head up this way, so I don't need to take every fight I see, especially because the bad guys respawn anyway. Bad guys respawning means that there's really nothing else that we need to concern ourselves with beyond what's necessary. The fights we can't avoid. So we've already cleansed. We've already like looted through a bunch of this area. So unless there's new paths that were previously unavailable that are available now, we can just kind of skip most of this stuff here. Kind of recognize this farm area. Actually, this looks kind of familiar as being similar to where the Mills haunting place took place a while back, but yeah, it's definitely a different area. And again, I think we've been here already. I think we've looted all this already. I need to like poke around much. Do I need to like stick things into places? Like this has already been opened. Yeah, so we've already been here. There's bad guys rummaging around, as always. And we cannot avoid that fight. Is he being shielded? Maybe. He's got his shields up. He's got his own shield up. Because he's a heckin' nerd. He had that little icon that seemed like it was some kind of barrier.
Piss off!
But it does not always mean there's a shield, per se. This... Actually, yeah. Is this exactly where that area... Yeah, this is the mill. This is the mill area. That's why it looks so familiar. Familiar. Or at least I think it is. Yeah, the water is still... No, maybe not. It looks... It's like a little bit different than I remembered, but... Yeah, this is the mill. Yeah, that's that same one. I realized it was that far away from the hamlet. I guess it was.
Concealed.
Something's concealed that I've missed previously, apparently. On this side? Something is concealed nearby. Don't see anything. My hand's not glowing now. Alright, but it glows over here. Could it be on this side? If we get that glowing hand effect, it means there's something abounds. Anybody curious, the reason why we're doing so much fighting as Antea against the Zombino fellas, because Antea does a lot more damage to the, whatever it's called. They're not called zombies, but what is it? Essentially a zombie. Oh, there it is. I see the spot we can uncover. There's a lot more damage to these guys than Red's attacks do. He can still damage them, but not nearly as effectively. Speaking of which, when they're in ghost form, then we can fuck them up real good. Red is extremely good at that.
Something's here.
And all that jazz, and now... what was hiding in here? It's probably nothing significant. Might be some nice trinkets. And a dead person, which is its own reward, you know, so fun. So great, so hilarious. We got a couple of resources. Otherwise, the point of interest is gonna be across this way. And of course, we've already explored that area pretty darn thoroughly. So I haven't actually explored this little nook all that much. If there is, oh my gosh. Oh, he's gonna be shooting us. Oh, yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Fuck him up. There we go.
Try this on for size.
Well, that was a lot of damage. There's someone trying to shoot me. You. Motherfucker just teleported around. I think you're so cool, don't you? Uppercut! I love that uppercut move. Knocks him on his ass, then we can do the follow-up. Beat the shit out of his ass. There we go. Alright, we got that shit. Always satisfying to have a nice like little cinematic finisher for that. So I guess I have not explored this area super thoroughly. Oh, this is a void travel opportunity, isn't it? Oh. Or maybe... well, no, if I would have been here previously... oh, I'm full of shit. This is not a void travel. This is a scourge.
Spectre nearby.
Spectre.
Big one. I'll summon it now.
Let's fuck him up. Spectre gonna get... hold on. The Spectre better expect what's about to come at him. What's about to hit his ass. Not the Scourge, not the crushed object. Here we go, this one.
Unveil yourself.
Spectre better expect her, all right. Nothing?
You losing your edge?
What? I mean, maybe they said Spectre, but what they meant was Scourge? That makes sense. Yeah, it's a Scourge. I was right the first time, bro. Game making me question myself. Infectious Harvester. Let's see. Each attack increases damage, resets on being hit, so just don't get hit, bro. Ouch. What's that about not getting hit? Just don't get hit, bro. Just get good. Ouch.
Can't outrun a ghost.
Headshot. I just gotta not get hit, and I'll do big damage, and I'll have a big penis, and I'll feel great forever. Ouch.
That thing moves like a shot.
Don't do a ton of damage as what's her face for sure. Ouch. Got that good range, goddamn. Might be here for a minute. The way my damage keeps resetting. That actually does a lot of damage. That, I'm somersaulting against defense. That little AoE. Quite an impressive reach. I gotta play a lot more carefully. Yeah, that little, like, knock them the fuck away kind of ability there. Someone's doing some shit. much appreciate that. See you later. Ooh, big damage. Oh, he did a fast one on me. Fancy. Ow. Did that damage? Did that damage me? It looks like it did, because it did reset the damage I'm doing to him. Like, the normal attacks are pretty well telegraphed, but yeah, when he's doing the little, like, AoE kind of pop thing to force us away. Off. A little sippy. Ouch.
Enough with the damn crows.
Oh, that's a cool little attack. I don't like it, but it's cool. I got a powerful attack of my own. I think he's so cool. I don't think we've actually fought this guy in the vanilla game before. We fought the Beast, of course, and we fought another version of him earlier. Oh, made a new friend happen. That's so nice. Oh, that killed him. Oh, hell yeah. Not the big guy, obviously, but killed the little fella. Our damage is actually not bad. We've been doing a pretty good job of avoiding hits for a little bit there.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Oh, he's like making the little buddies happen? Yeah, the ranged attacks. Might be able to just shoot them. Oh, he did hit me on that, unfortunately. Hold on, this guy's summoning some shit. There's some projectile shit. No, thank you. Get it out of here. Ouch. My gun versus your birds.
Running away, are we?
Listen, I get it. You liked that ranged attack a lot. Motherfucker launching birds out here like he's some kind of druid spellcaster, motherfucker. What a nerd, am I right? Ouch. Almost got his ass. Go for the finish. Bam. Does that kill? It does kill.
Take that to your face.
Got a Scourge Accretion after all that. Which is big good. Not an easy fight. More of a defeat by attrition. As opposed to, like, you know, big fancy tactics and big impressive swings and big hits. It's more of just, you have to kind of whittle him down little by little. Emerge victorious. That was the point of interest. It indeed was interesting. We made a point to be interested by it. I think that was really it for the Harrows. Harrowing tale indeed. Ismail's shop is still there. I wonder... Yeah, there's a treasure chest there that we also could eventually loot. None of the farmer's chest. We also don't have the ability to open this spectral web. So we're not done with this area. But there's things for us to eventually come back for. Instead, I think I'm more inclined to go back to the Dark Woods. Nothing here for us. Nothing down here either. A few things up here, which I think will be pretty quick. So I'm going to warp up to Jacob's Lean 2, which was our very first haunting case. So, what would be the nearest fireplace thingy? I'm actually going to see if we can enable the shortcut that I couldn't reach earlier. The off chance that would be helpful later on. Because we might have to come back here later as other side quests open up and as we eventually gain access to those last couple of items. So I think it'd be up this way, and then I'll just head to the fast travels, the campsite basically, and just fast travel back to the Darkwood.
I feel something close.
One thing is this. Can I pull this out? I'm pulling out. Always have a good pull-out game. That's my advice to any and all of you. Always have a good pull-out game. There we go. There's no way that guy's anything worthwhile, right? That one dead dude. It's like a long and out of the way kind of placement. There's no way that's anything good, right? That one little spot. I shouldn't be wasting my time, right? It's just locked. Oh, I will unlock it. And push it real good. Oh, this is destructible. We pushed it real good. And got a couple of nice things for our troubles. And a dead person, always its own reward. Alright, I need to know. I need to know what that one little tiny little freaking pint-sized corpse had. It couldn't have been anything exciting or amazing. I'm gonna prepare my disappointment. I'm charging up my disappointment. Also, I like how the dead body never really fully disappeared, so it's just like swirling everywhere. And also, if I like move my camera, it turns into little twinklies. Little twinkly fellows. Oddly enough, that corpse had more interesting things on him than the cart thing that I rolled away earlier. A few seconds ago. So it was less disappointing than the other thing. That required significantly more effort. It makes me think I never actually explored this area all the way. The way that there's, like, obviously stuff I never fully explored and looted. Oh. I was gonna say, did I not take... What else is there left to take? I'm just taking and taking. I've got nothing else to take, nothing else to give. What more do you want from me? Is what that little bag is saying, probably. So in that case, stick with the original plan. We're just gonna at least unlock that shortcut that we saw from a distance but could not engage with. Because I guess, like I said, I never actually like saw this all the way to the end. It's weird too because I've seen this in this game in the past, where we would reach a new area, and when we reached the new area, it would uncover a bunch of the map, even before we had fully explored it. So I could very much have seen previous Alex, getting to like maybe right here and being like, oh yeah, the map is revealed. I've probably already been over there, and just hecked off with myself. So here'd be the shortcut. We saw it earlier. It saved us a lot of trouble if I would have done this earlier, but we're doing it now. So the rope is traversable. Life is good. Anything cool up here? It almost looks like I could jump across there, but that's the deal breaker though. There's no gamer paint. Well, it's not so much paint. It's more like, well, sometimes it's paint. Sometimes it's ribbon. Other times it's like a weird kind of mossy growth. Basically gamer paint though. Same idea. Same philosophy. So sure enough, let's head to the encampment. We'll fast travel to the Dark Wood and do some questions down there. As I sprint fastly. I can see it. I can see the campfire. So from here... Oh wait, I got a... Whoops, wrong thing. I got some kind of point. Some kind of pointy. I don't know if there's anything I can do with it though right now. Because none of these are available right now, unfortunately. Hey, Sheena girl. I couldn't use this one red point on any of these because it's an either or. I can't have both these, and this one is much more useful. And say, yeah, all these have already been purchased, so I'm gonna have to sit on this red one for now. Oh, whoops, I was supposed to fast travel. Hey, Sheena girl. Let's Sheena kitty cat. So I'm going back for a rest. Just kidding. Time to fast travel. And that'll be over here, I think. That's what we determined. We'll do this one first. This will be a pretty quick one. Make it so, number one. From our very first haunting case. This was a really interesting one. I really liked this one. This haunting case was a particular one because it was the first one that we found. And I think it's expected that this is the first one you would find. And it was particularly, like, a surprise. There was a lot of left turns with this particular case that I thought was done really well. And did a good job of, like, preparing you for, like, there's gonna be some fucked up shit with some of these haunting cases. Get ready for that shit. It was also, like, in some ways too good. Like, it did too good of a job. Because I remember the next couple of haunting cases after this one were kind of a letdown, relatively. Because this one was so engaging and so fascinating. Then, the next two after this were, like, just kind of boring by comparison. But still interesting. Just not as interesting. Assuming that there's, like, a way... I see now that... I'm trying to figure out, like... You know what? Hold on. What if I go back? I'm thinking that maybe there's, like, another passage? Not through here, though. This is very much a done deal. Maybe I gotta hoist myself up this way. I'm trying to figure out where these paths converge. Can I not? Oh, there we go. Gotta find the right spot. I think this is the way. I think we have to go upwards. Oh, and fight some dudes. Started punching a tree, apparently.
Hogging all the fun.
Oh, someone's trying to do some shooty pooties, absolutely. Oh, that was satisfying. Managed to kick them both. Like how it knocked a bunch of his armor away as well. Whoa! Extra life donation. What the hell? That's unexpected, but thank you. That's very nice of you. Kind individual. Who would dare hit us with an extra life donation? That's super nice, bud. Collect our spectral dust. Let me check that real quick because I didn't see the notification and there might have been a message attached to it. Now I would feel like a big silly person if there was a message and I didn't see it. And or read it out loud. Let's take a quick look-see. It's super nice. Thank you, nice person, for that extra life donation. Some of you might have noticed I don't accept personal tips or like that kind of thing, and I don't really like go out of my way to offer a whole lot for like subscribers and like, you know, paying viewers, that kind of thing, shears, subscriptions. I don't really bring a lot to the table when it comes to like paying stuff. We tend to focus a lot of our stuff when it comes to the fundraising. So yeah, that it really means a lot whenever somebody hits us with the resub. It's really nice. And of course, it's always also super cool when when someone hits us with the donation. That always is really helpful. It's also badass when someone hits us with a resub or a cheer, that kind of thing, because any revenue we earn from streaming does get donated to our fundraising. But yeah, the like easiest way to support kind of stuff we're into here is with the fundraising. Oh, it was just a extremely delayed reaction or extremely delayed notification for the donation I made earlier. Oh, okay. Because yeah, earlier we did make a donation. And it, at one point I remember thinking to myself, yeah, was there not a notification for the donation that I made earlier? Because of the thing I have here on my webcam screen, where it has this little number here, and this little system for as people support the channel, this number goes up, and as that number goes up and it gets beyond a certain amount, we have to make a donation. We did one of those earlier. So that's, I think, what that was for, because there's nothing else in the printout of recent donations. Mine was the most recent one, and it was earlier today. Unless it's being weird, wouldn't be the first time, but unless it's being weird, no, I think that is accurate. Yeah. So yeah, unless I'm wrong, unless there is indeed a kind benefactor who donated to our fundraiser just now, and they're sitting in the chat going, "What the hell? I've been forgotten. I'm being neglected. My kindness is being overlooked. What the hell?" Feel free to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that is probably what had went down. I think it was just a delayed reaction. But that was at the beginning of the stream. That was like 3 hours ago. So weird to have a delayed reaction on when it comes to like an extra life donation message like that from 3 hours or more. But I mean, weirder things like that have happened. I think we're going up and up and around. This was all originally a miasma that was since vanquished. Bridge cross here that we can jump across. I think we're going back this way, aren't we? Here we go. This is long before we got the ability to deal with these creeping ivies. These creeping vines. Because again, this was at the very, very start of the game. Well, relatively the start of the game. This was like early part of the first major area in the game.
I mean the corrupted heart. You aim at its roots.
So it's one up there and one there. Uno. Yes, there we go. Is that it? It is not it. There's a third one. Huh. Is it down? It's down.
No room.
That's sneaky.
Just how I like it.
That's a sneaky one. So what lays beyond this wretched creation? Looks like it is going to be another Scourge fight, possibly an unending one. We could fight as many times as we wanted to. Red. Everything's red. Everything's red. They want us to make them dead.
There's an angry spectre nearby. Summon it before it ambushes us.
Sure enough, let's fuck it up. And I think this will be an endless one, which means we could do it as many times as we want to kind of farm resources. Scourge time, baby.
My voice commands you! Unveil!
You again. Heavy attacks. Oh, charge heavy attacks. Whip.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, nice. I missed. I keep underestimating the distance that the charged attack can reach. Oop. Also, I think I realize now that one of the things that a perfect switch does is if you switch and or dodge at the same time that that attack like barely misses you, it's like considered a perfect switch, I think.
Fancy a wrench?
Punch! I love that uppercut. Love it a whole bunch. Oh, I didn't want to hit him. I wanted to hit the other guy. Yeah, you. I want to hit the shit out of you. I really can't do charge attacks as her, but I can do charge attacks as you. Will that do good damage? Yeah, pretty good, actually. Is somebody else doing some shit? Thought there was someone else about to try some bullshit. Yeah, it's also quite beefy, not unlike the first guy. Oh, there we go. That was big damage.
Got another trick up your sleeve!
Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. There is someone trying to pull some shenanigans.
You're within gun range, Red.
Ouch. It's weird to me that Red's able to actually do decent damage to the zombified fellers, given how that's usually not his thing. Usually the zombified fellers are more of an Antea thing.
It's going all out.
Did we fuck him up? Oh, I fucking killed his ass. Hell yeah.
Help! Oh!
Not enough to kill. That's enough to kill. So that was an endless scourge. We fought him again, then he gets stronger and harder to kill, but we gain more resources each time, so it's a risk reward. I don't really want to do it more than I need to, I suppose, so I'll hold off for now. But if we needed to farm resources, this is another place we could do so. That's why it's endless, though. Party just keeps on going. If you wanted to, that is. And there's something here. What do we get for our troubles? The trouble with tribbles. We get some nice stuff. I think leather is actually a resource that I am trying to find more of. That is legitimately useful for some upgrade situations. So it's a nice little quickie. A sicky little quickie. So with that wraps up that little corner of the planet for now. Probably forever. I don't think there's much else that could crop up beyond there. Go back to the fast travel spot, and we're gonna head up this little area. There's a bunch of areas of interest to attend to, and we will indeed attend to them. And really, we're probably not gonna have time for this one as well. But doing a bunch of the stuff around here, we'll knock out a good chunk of the Dark Woods. So really, that would kind of open up things well to be able to then go to the Mire Marshes and wrap up a bunch of business out there as well. So, anyway, back to the fire spot. By the way, I'm noticing like the environmental storytelling here. I'm guessing this was part of the caravan that crashed. That, yeah, the ill-fated caravan that Thickskin had kind of encouraged, or maybe not encouraged, but had like organized. That was kind of destined to fail, basically. She like intended for it to fail, and I'm guessing this is one of those pieces, and that explains where the scourge, why the scourge rather manifested. Where and why, I suppose. It's both. Go ahead and drop on down. I know it's pouring down rain out here, and you can see it's like kind of like causes a bit of a dampener. Like it Red's equipment. I think at one peak you can even see in his beard. His beard gets nice and moist. Nice and moist as the stuff happens, as the rain gets his ass. Pretty sure I can confidently retrace my steps without having to rely too much on the map. Lean-to is fairly easy to find, especially from a distance. And one nice thing that I do appreciate is this game's consistency. Whenever there is a rest stop, there's always that kind of blue, kind of swirling smoke signal of sorts. It's like a swirling. It's not really smoke, but it's like this thing here. That's always an indicator for here's a rest stop and also a fast travel stop, crucially. There we go. Still says there's an evolution thingy, but we only have just the 1 point for red. We need something for Antea and her abilities before we can use the red point. Let's fast travel over here. This is the Hunter's Camp, the classic. This is the original Hunter's Camp that we found in the Darkwood, the first part of the game. We met a whole slew of NPCs and made a bunch of best friends, and, well, we've slowly, little by little, been kind of killing everybody, but not maliciously, mostly. It's mostly not malicious. Already read that one. That was from another quest earlier. Just kind of poke around. There is a haunting case to take on. There's also some unfinished business. Although I think one of them's an easy one because one of them is just reporting back to Kate that we had taken care of some bad guys. And also, sorry about the whole killing your sister thing, but in this particular part of these interactions, she is like, hey, thanks for killing those bad guys, and makes no mention of being bothered about, like, you know, people being dead. Which is to say, her sister being dead and us killing her. It's just like, oh, cool, thanks for taking care of that business for us. Man, this is a solid name, God Reward. God Reward Cromwell. That presumably means that's their first name. Faithful Mather. Barebones Woodman. Praise God Antony. Remember Increase. God, these are such odd names, man. I don't know if that's how it was back in those days, but like if that's how it truly was. Like Goodman, Hope, those are the most normal names even. Of course you have names like Peter. Still. God Reward. Almost kind of self-serving, don't you think? Yes, I'm God's reward. I'm pretty fucking cool.
Where have you gone?
She talking about her, oh gosh, what was her name? Because her name is Kate. Her ex, basically.
What news from the woods? Is anyone alive?
No.
I found them.
Well...
Truly? How many live?
2. We found the grave of a third. A lumberjack named Peter.
Peter Buckland. I knew him. A strong man.
I'll confess, I don't remember this. This was from a while back.
He was ill
like
when
6 months ago.
Eden and stayed with the second group.
He died saving the other 2. Mehitabel Sykes and a fella named Etienne escaped the region.
Oh, right.
Oh,
We,
it
like,
seems
found
I know
notes from them, and they are alive and they've escaped.
Mehitabel Sykes, you little underdog. The other fellow, I don't know.
Mehitabel kept notes of their journey. You may have them.
Thank you. A story with a happy ending at last. Perhaps the rest of us may dare hope for our own.
Not a lot of those in this game.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Not a lot of happy endings in this game. It's pretty much all Sag. Sag and Dej. So that was that one. There's another one nearby. Oh wait, is there something else that Kate has? Oh, okay, never mind. The arrows were misleading me. Confusing me. Already got that one opened. Next activity opportunity is... No way. Is it this dude? No way it's this guy.
Banisher.
Arthur,
This guy hates our ass.
how goes it?
It goes to shit is how it goes. Every damnable time.
And I can't say I
well,
blame him
yeah.
for hating us.
You owe me. Maybe you can pay off a little of your debt. The camp needs nails faster than I can learn how to make the buggering things. You could bring me some. I remember Nellie mentioning a blacksmith in Fort Jericho. Perhaps a merchant there may still sell his craft.
You have anything useful to sell, by the way?
Decide for yourself.
Don't suppose there's anything. Actually, I do have an overabundance of the dollars, so this is probably like a horrible ripoff because I know he's like ratcheted up his prices crazy huge. But got nothing better to do. Nothing better to spend these dollars on. I'll go ahead and scoop those up. Yeah, resources I'm not quite as in need of. And of course, I've got a lot of other things that I probably don't need. I like how I have exactly 666 wild chervil. And almost 666 leather. Also, I was wrong. Leather's not the one that's in short order. It's fur that's in short order. So if I wanted to, or even needed to, I could sell 1 billion, you know, these waxy caps. Or the crisp moss. Or, yeah, or the wild chervil. What an odd coincidence that I have almost 666 of that one and this guy. And the leather as well. Like, what an odd coincidence. So he needs nails.
I'll take
He
my
says, nail me, Big Daddy, and I got you, bro.
Good.
Yeah, except he hates our ass. And I can't say I blame him. I would maybe not be the biggest fan of myself. Now, he says go to Fort Jericho for that shit. I think that's over... Fuck, where was Fort Jericho for that matter? It's not like a location on the map per se. It's around here somewhere. I'll see. Watch. So yeah, I thought that was Fort Jericho. Fort Jorkin Co. Jorkin on my co. She jorkin on my co until I anyway. If I zoom out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's all the way up there. So we can't really do this one for now. So that one will have to remain unresolved. In that case, we got nothing else to do but some haunting cases. And also Sincere Paris. And their shop. At some point, maybe I should then... Maybe I'm, like, surprised. Oh, actually, it looks like there's another opportunity here. So we're not done, necessarily, with the Harrows. There's another activity that's popped up there. Maybe it's something else with Ishmael. And then also, I didn't think that there actually was a shop anymore, since the shopkeep is dead. Oh, he runs the shop. Oh, that answers my question then. Okay. So at some point I should head back there. We just didn't see him when we stopped by the Harrows last. But maybe like once we take care of whatever business he has in the wilderness, he'll actually be at the shop and can sell us some things. As he might have some stuff for us. Not gonna get my hopes up, but much like the blacksmith fella, he at least had a couple things. In the meantime though, let's go ahead and head over here and see what kind of mystery we can dredge up. Come on, gang, I smell a mystery. Because I remember this lady. We've talked with her a number of times, but she is, like, not much for talking, honestly. She is, Can I just jump into the window? Yeah, she is always been kind of curt with us. Is this the right house? This is not the right house. Okay, so never mind. Maybe it's not who I think it's gonna be. Because, yeah, the person who lives there is, like, always been kind of short on words to say and you know, general friendliness, general pleasantries and such.
Squire Paris's store. There's a strong spectral presence.
Shall we?
Oh, no, it is the person I was thinking of. Yeah, okay, so she's being haunted, presumably. Knock, knock. And she's
We're
not the biggest fan of
closed.
us. Never really has been.
Jane,
Banisher?
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
where's the older gentleman I met before?
He died. I was out hunting, and when I came back, his spirit had gone. It was wrong to leave him to die alone.
His ghost now haunts you. But you know that, right?
Leave his spirit alone, Banisher.
It's no small thing to be haunted.
It's no small thing to be dead. The
To be dead?
Squire has always protected me. That's more than I can say for most people. Now I'll do the same for him.
Dear Jane, too kind.
Squire Paris, sorry to see you this way.
Not as sorry as I am.
I'm a banisher, you know. I could help you, both of you. That's what I do.
I don't know. This is new to me.
Being dead is
Jane
new to me.
stands
Fair.
by me, though I'm dead. Oh, remarkable woman.
You've only ever stood by me. Now, Banisher, we have work to do, as I'm sure do you, elsewhere.
Kind of an odd case where when a haunting case is like been determined, usually we have to like, oh, find the dead person, how did they die, this and that. Like this is the first case where it's like, yep, you know you're being haunted, right? And the guy just appears, yep, I'm haunting her, yep, this is real. This is the thing I'm doing, all right. Oh, by the way, can I steal this thing behind you? No, it's locked. Okay, fair. Can I at least buy or sell things to you?
Somewhere else to be?
Nothing? Okay. Well, is there anything that we can... Oh, yeah, she's being big haunted. Oh, big haunted right there. Anything over this way? There's spectral juice to be juiced, to be pulped about. Yeah, this... Of course, we don't need to be a ghost to know about this. Or to read it, rather. Boston, so this had been a year or two before the events of this game, I think. Numerous and assiduous examinations. I cannot conceal the unfortunate truth. Your health fades inexorably. Inexorably, rather, is the proper pronunciation. Your days of bold mercantile expedition are over, unfortunately. Gotta work less and work lighter, so maybe he had some kind of illness then. Knowing your tenacity, I must insist for your own good, adjourn all voyages, and if you must travel, preserve yourself. Do not travel far without resting, and never travel alone. Your chest pains and short breath may find remission. If you heed my advice, otherwise, it's not good. Please, you've earned it, he says. So he had health troubles already. We might need to sneak around the house. Not sneak, but explore a little bit around the house.
You there? A word, if I may.
Oh. Well, this is an odd case where the ghost wants us to, you know, is willing to talk with us, but the haunting subject is unwilling to talk.
We must talk.
I think he means you.
Wonderful. Go on, then.
Another ghost. I'm guessing from your rigging that, like Mr. McWraith here, you're a banisher.
Antea Duarte. Yes, I'm a banisher. Red can see you, by the way.
I'm right here.
Oh, interesting. Being dead, it seems, comes with a whole new set of rules, and I do not wish to learn them. As I'm sure you're aware, someone, somewhere, has made a mistake. Several mistakes, in fact.
Oh, aye.
Yes.
You go on.
I'm not supposed to be dead, and even if I were, I shouldn't be here talking to you. I seem to be haunting Jane. I'd like to implore you to do whatever it is you do and send me on my way.
How did you die?
How did you die?
My heart gave up on me. I felt a terrible pain in my chest. My head spun, the world tilted. Then it all slowly faded away to nothing. My heart gave up, and who could blame it? Poor me. I died alone. But I died with dignity. At least there's that.
Had someone been there, they likely couldn't have helped.
True. Still, some company would have been nice.
Are you in love with her?
You must be joking.
But I was gonna say, I don't
Love
think there was that
undeclared is a
kind of thing
common
going
reason
on.
for a ghost to linger.
I am not a man of undeclared emotion, Mr. McWraith.
And yet, what brings him to linger?
Do you have any unfinished business that could be keeping you here?
Business was my trade. Trade was my business. But I'm not here because of unsold stock. I must be here for Jane. She was my bodyguard. The contract was informal, but we obeyed it to the letter. For my part, for years I helped to track a group of mercenaries known as the Hummingbirds.
Go on.
I'd rather not. Jane's proudly Pennacook, and the story is her own. She'd tell it to you before she tells your man. She doesn't much trust white men.
Can't say I blame her. I'm shocked.
Before we left New Eden Town, Jane had a secret. She was working on a map. I suspect she was up to something dangerous.
Unfinished business. I'd like to see that map.
If you look behind me, you'll find her quarters. Be discreet. I've betrayed her trust enough.
That is, like, quite telling that he's willing to share all this with us, knowing that it's gonna not go well if she finds out, oh, look, she's actually watching. Yeah, so when I just waltz on in, yeah, be discreet, bro, as she's, like, staring at us. If I go over to talk, wait, are you willing to talk with me? She is whittling something as she stares knowingly, yeah. Threateningly, even, with that knife. Yeah, whittle that thing, yeah. She says, this is gonna be your ass. Or your penis. Something. It's gonna be something of yours. Waltzing in the front door, huh? Can't imagine this going well, but, I mean, she knows she can see the ghost, I think. I think she can see him. And she saw us talking to him, and he probably was like, yeah, that house right there. She probably saw this, this little arrangement here. We have 3 major items to investigate. None of them require ghost shenanigans. So, Jane's private journal. The sound of war, but we were too few. Oh, okay. This was probably from her background then. The Hummingbirds. Oh, were they the mercenaries that, like, fucked up her village maybe originally? Yeah, that's exactly it. Most were too sick to fight, yeah. But chains on her. Brutal. Yeah. Ash and gunpowder, she says.
How do you rebuild a life after such horror?
Yeah. With help. Hopefully.
With help. And Squire Paris seems willing.
I wonder about the epidemic. Was it a local disease or something else?
I would suspect something else. Given the historical context and, like, how that shit went down previously. I'm assuming you pronounce his name as Paris. Huntress is making good use of the Summer Grove. I wish to do the same. Shows an old hunting tower. I think we've seen that hunting tower. Although, well, no, maybe not. Maybe not. There is a hunting tower back in the mire. If I catch sight or smell of you trespassing on my hunting grounds, I shall go to war, saith Jane. So I'm guessing, yeah, this Teddy Shepherd guy had wrote to Paris, the gentleman fella. Says, I want to use this hunting ground. And if she leaves me alone, I'll be grateful. And she says, fuck you.
She's very defensive about that particular patch of forest.
Like you with the blanket when the night is cold.
I like my blankies. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong? Hiding something. Check the register in the safe.
Jane doesn't trust her boss.
Interesting.
We should poke through the squire's books.
That's where we're going next. And that's not here. This is her house. Is she going to be waiting for us? She is no longer... Oh, where's she going? Kind of unclear, but she has left the premises. Can I talk? I mean, I'm not going to, like... We could talk to her. Nah. Let's stay the course. Play it as the game intends us to. Look through the books. We kind of already did earlier. There's also the key register, or a cash register thing that might have a key. This is locked, of course.
We're not opening that without a key.
Shouldn't be hard to find.
There's that already, yeah. So nothing else here, maybe?
No keys here.
Keys here. There was something hidden via ghost vision. This would be the time to do so.
I thought I saw something shiny.
Something down there. Did I get it? It didn't say I got it, but I thought, yeah. Oh, I know. I thought there was something. I thought there was like a little something. Maybe it was just a trick of the lighting, but I thought a little something was there. Oh, that's sneaky. What's going on back there? Nothing! As I'm fucking firing my musket down here. Can't unlock that, obviously. I'm being really sneaky. Yes, I'm stealthing through his goods. No one will suspect a thing. Oh, that was where the key was. I was like, maybe I'm opening up a secret, like maybe there was like a false door, or maybe there was like something barring a passage. No, that's just what the key was hanging off of.
I wouldn't have kept a key here.
You probably would.
And I'm guessing I can't use that to open this. Yeah, that'd be too convenient. That's something special, but it will open this. I think. Yes, it do. It do open this. And a reward for such an act is...
Squire's Archives.
Squire's Archives. There's two of them. First, the register. So, 1690. Again, this is like a few years, I think, before the events of this game. Acquired 24 bushels of corn from the Pennacook. Wait. Pennacook, is that Jane? No, it's not Jane. Hold on. That's a name we saw earlier. Sold bushels of corn in New Eden. Is Pennacook the that's not the fucking hummingbird dudes, is it? Sold 210 blankets. I don't know, man. I'm a little bit nervous about a situation like this that involves a native girl and like her village getting destroyed and a fuck ton of blankets being sold. I think Pennacook's is the hummingbirds. I think.
Paris had traded with the Pennacook.
Oh, no.
People.
They were the Pennacook. Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Maybe he thought he'd make a profit on her. He's the type.
Don't be so cynical. That's my job.
What about this one? So he befriended her so he could like trade with her people, I suppose. Which is a little weird. Okay, so then maybe the blankets thing isn't where I was thinking it was going, because there was mention of a plague or some kind of epidemic. So that's where my brain started to go kind of in that direction. Mayor Fidel Marbury. I wonder, Jane. There's no way Jane was her original name. I wonder like what her real name is. Indentured to Squire Sincere Paris for 7 years. Certificate this 12th day of December. So she was, I think this is like 1695, so they were two years short then. This is a way to bring... Okay, yeah, so this is a way to bring his ghost forward at least.
Jane's freedom, then hired her as his bodyguard.
That was generous of him. This contract is the ghost tie. Right. We should talk to the squire.
Can I talk to Jane? It'd be nice to, although she probably won't hear much of it.
Jane.
Banisher?
You know what? Yeah, show me your wares real quick.
Yeah, see your wares.
Given that there might be an event that might have to transpire at some point. She has very little to sell, although she does have some fur. But no, nothing of significant worth or anything.
We found a contract between you and Squire Paris. Are you still his indentured servant?
Not anymore.
Lightly. Touchy subject.
I am a free woman. Once I was in chains, but I was free in my heart. The squire bought my freedom. In exchange, I gave him my protection.
Is the contract still in force?
My contract with Paris is good because my word is good. It needs no written paper.
And
You
also, he's
white
dead.
men love to be told what is true by what is written down, when the truth is right before your eyes.
All right, fair. I wasn't really
I'll leave
expecting
you. Good day.
any super fascinating tidbits from that conversation, but I figured I'd try it, see where it led us. Squire will be the big one. Or, no, his name is Squire.
What now?
No, his name is Sincere. It's a little bit tricky.
You traded with the Pennacook, Jane's people.
As I traded with many of the tribes. How do you think I met Jane?
Does Jane know?
Does she know you traded with her people?
I would have suspected no.
She does not, and I like it that way. Best not to wake the sleeping dog. Soon I shall be gone, and all this shall be history, unwritten and forgotten.
You took her into your employ. Why?
Jane was to be sold, sent overseas as a slave. It pulled my heart. I could not allow it. So I bought her at auction and gave her her freedom. The irresistible river of commerce could, I thought, flow on without her.
Was it really, an altruistic pull, or was there something else going down?
Hummingbird mercenaries massacred Jane's people. She likely seeks revenge.
Ah, right.
Oh, right, that little detail. You don't seem surprised.
You don't seem surprised.
Why do you think we came to a backwater like New Eden? She knew the hummingbirds had been here.
I wonder if it's this that's keeping you here.
I wonder also if we've
Yes, of course.
if we've interacted with the
Must
hummingbirds
be.
at some point
Right.
and just forgot about it.
That's sad. Can I go now?
Jane wants revenge on the mercenaries who killed her people. Maybe that's why you're still here. Give us something to work with, Paris.
Jane had a cache of weapons in the wood. The fiery grove, as she described it. I presume it to mean that the trees there are autumn red.
Arms in the woods. Red leaf trees. Noted.
Sounds like that's our next destination.
We'll take our leave, Squire Paris.
I'll set up shop by my graveside. You'll find me there.
Set up shop. You're probably not going to be doing a lot of
Let's find
merchantiling there.
this fiery grove.
How far away is it? Probably not that far. Actually, it is beyond where we've currently explored, which is interesting. So, and we're fully capable of going there. We have the ability to go past this creeping ivy. Kind of a nice surprise. I wasn't sure we were gonna have the wherewithal to go there tonight, but we might as well. And I fast travel. Looks like there are no. Oh no! I could fast travel here if I wanted to. So yeah, that's probably the next destination. Then I'm kind of curious. What's Arthur Card? Yeah, that's the guy who wants the nails. It's the guy that wants us to nail him. Wants us to nail him really good. Might as well get to work. Yeah, I think when he says set up shop, he doesn't literally mean set up shop. He means I'll be hanging out by my gravesite. But he's a merchant through and through, so that's just the terminology he uses. All right. One thing I think I will do real quick is I'm gonna warp over to well, as close as I can get to here. See if I can resolve this little activity first. I guess this is the quicker one. Bivouac versus this one. Oh, wait, hold on. I would have to go through the caves. Crap, that would be kind of not the bestest way to get here. This probably would be the best way. That's a little bit more direct. So we'll warp there to the Hill's old house. Let's do that. Because, yeah, to get to that particular part of the forest will have us go into what areas that have so far been untrodden.
She means to kill the hummingbirds.
Are they surprised?
No surprise there.
Yep.
Sincere's attitude is definitely strange.
It is
And
kind of
not only
strange.
for his constant whining.
This is, I mean, every haunting case in this game is unique, but this one is like particularly like bizarre. We're gonna go... Because I'm thinking this will probably also involve Ishmael. He's like the only living guy left in that little region. I do really do believe that everybody else is dead. There's like no other NPCs I can think of. So once we like get him situated, presumably he'll like return to his shop and we'll be able to buy stuff from him. Just climb over this guy. I was hoping it would be a very like smooth kind of sliding animation. And I'm gonna feel like a big dumbass if I'm going the wrong way, but yeah, we just gotta keep following this road until we get to this guy. Should be like pretty obvious once we reach it. This does make me grateful for fast travel. Having to manually hoof it like this. I feel like it's not too egregious, and it doesn't take it really that long to get from point A to point B. But it does make me grateful we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this kind of thing too often. Like it's usually more exploring as opposed to just kind of W keying from one place to the other. More just trying to find our way. I think I keep going straight. Not showing up on my... Oh wait, it just showed up as I clicked away. So yeah. Yeah, in fact, we've already been here. Iris Constance's package, if you catch my drift. We were here earlier tonight, actually. Yeah, this was an area where this is where we like first started to kind of delve into the...
Careful.
Yes, her.
Something knows we're here.
Lisabeth and Moira. It's probably, yeah, we were talking about this earlier, how it's like, there's a very good chance that because that ended in a way that, well, no, it was Moira that was pissed. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, it wasn't Moira. That sounded like Lisabeth. That is Lisabeth's voice. Oh, no, I'm getting my wires crossed. Moira was the living person. Lisabeth was the ghost who swore revenge on how that all went down, and sure enough, that's exactly what this is leading to. I can't say I'm surprised. Nor do I necessarily blame her. Let's, I think if I just go down this way. There we go. There's another miasma has propped up. It's gonna be some kind of scourge. And it will forcefully put the spirit to bed for the time being, at least. Might be a boss battle? Probably like more of a mini boss battle.
Not if you look through my eyes.
Because Lisabeth was already putting a bunch of these out anyway. Last time, that is. She kept, like, rebuilding these things. So there she is. She's just a naked ghost.
Think you could take on a ghost?
And I feel a little bad. We're just kind of beating the shit out of her.
Come back.
The dudes that are kind of with that, like this dude here, oops, are kind of more threatening than her. We're kind of beating the shit out of her ghost right now. Oh my god! Oh, I was gonna say, can I not pop those things? I absolutely can pop them. We done popped them. So I can't use that one. We kind of killed her by accident. I was more focused on this guy because he's the bigger threat. Now he's dead.
For good this time.
So yeah, not a very hard fight. When it's just a slightly beefier, but still naked ghost, then it's yeah, hard to get too worried about it. Naked things are really scary in this game. The counter, of course, is to get naked ourselves. Counter their nudity with more nudity. Fight fire with fire, as it were. Anyway, so that was just a little quickie. Just run back. I was thinking it was gonna be Ishmael, but nope. It was just Lisabeth's spirit was Angie, and we very much knew that it would be. It was not a surprise. When a ghost in this game vows revenge, believe them, is the lesson to be learned here. Got more. Now hold on. Is there like another more convenient way I could get back to fast travel zone? Looks like there really is not. Someone's behind me. Did that reach him? It reaches everybody. In fact, it killed the shit out of those guys.
Try this on for size.
All right, that was easy. Very stylish too. That's a very satisfying kind of flowy, kind of like tumbling around, bouncing from bad guy to bad guy, kind of ping-ponging back against them. That's always like a very fun and satisfying rhythm. Switch back and forth between the two characters and kind of play off their strengths. It's always satisfying. This way we go. And this is the correct way, I believe. Yes, it'll eventually lead us back to the same rest zone. Rest stop. In fact, I'll probably see it. The rest stop, I'll see the indication for it, that is. Is it down? I think it's down. I think. Down that way? I'm full of shit. It is not down at all. It's over this way. That's a cave entrance, but it's not the thing that we're looking for. The thing we're looking for is oh, right. It's a house. Yeah. My wires crossed. There? Yes, this is it. I think. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A little smoke signal. And then fast travel. So, yeah, let's go ahead and... Alright, I wanted to check in on this guy real quick, because I don't think he's going to have anything to sell. In fact, I'm not even sure he's going to be at his shop. He wasn't last time we were there. But maybe now that we rescued his ass, he's going to actually be here doing something. But again, I think this place is kind of a ghost town. Everybody else is dead or dead. But the good news is that it's like, there's probably no more fucked up secrets abound. And he's here. How about that? Can I open up this thing? No, I cannot. Just kind of chilling. What's up, bud?
I greet you, sir.
Show me your wares.
Shall we trade?
I don't dare refuse, sir.
He has nothing. God damn it. And also, he is ill-favored against us. And has nothing. At least the blacksmith guy had some stuff.
Sir.
At least John Blacksmith, the dude who hates us. I mean, he's not a very good blacksmith, but he at least has some stuff to sell to us. Even if it's at unfavorable prices, it's better than nothing. Everyone else is like, I got some bits of string, some pieces of patchwork leather. I'll sell it to you for $4 billion. It's like, I don't know if this is going to be a favorable transaction, a favorable deal. There's another activity back at the camp. Wait, but there's that one that we know about already. And then there was the one that we... was the one we resolved already. So there's another one that's opened up here? Well, all the more reason to travel here, I suppose. It's odd. Like, did I just not notice it? Or maybe it cropped up after we traveled. Let's see if we can find it then. It might involve Kate, actually. Is that who it involves? Is it you?
What brings you back to us?
You seem worried. It is her.
Seem worried? More than usual, I mean.
Since you did for Evelyn, we have no doctor.
We did kill her.
It had to be done. Is there anything I can
And
do?
everybody else. We're just
They may have medicine. at
systematically
Fort
killing
Jericho.
everybody off.
You could bring it to us.
If they'll spare it, I'll do just that.
Okay, that's simple enough then.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Fort Jericho then, which same kind of thing. That's going to put us beyond what we've currently explored. So, in fact, look at that. Both back-to-back, nails and medicine. We'll be able to kill multiple birds with a single stone once we get there. But first, we're heading this way. So, back to the fucking thing. Yeah, back to the fast travel. Speaking of ping-pong, I'm just bouncing from one spot to the other. I'm a bouncy boy. What can I say? Let's travel. Wait, hold on. It says high cave. That should be fine. Yeah. As long as it's not like an underground spot that's above that where there's like where like the town or like the people are like above us, and I've made for a an unrealistic situation where I have to like go all like explore like a whole dungeon to be able to get to the top area. I think we should be okay. Can I drop down? Ooh, should I drop down? It's probably fine. Yes, yeah, I should just drop down because we're just going to the bridge anyway. Up on down. To the bridge. That I don't think we've ever dared to cross. Or maybe we've tried? No, we were unable to until now. We only fairly recently got the ability to cross this thing because of the hecking ivies blocking that shit. We shall unblock that shit. Is the guy that manages the bridge here?
That rock. A letter from the dead, perhaps.
Oh, no kidding. I might hold off on activating that for now, because I'm trying to, like, you know, keep my eyes on the prize, so to speak. One of the few NPCs we haven't seen in a long time was the guy that like, managed the bridge for the Huntress camp out here. Or maybe it was, yeah, in fact, I think it was right here. Because he was the one that allowed us to explore the north area the first time. See, so he is one of the few NPCs that still remain, so maybe it's a situation involving him. Of course, we're in front of a bridge area right now. There's a spot there to shoot. Is there a third one? Yes, there's a third one down there. I think I'll start it from here. Also, shoot this guy. And go down there. One, two. There we go.
Fancy my own garden.
Trust me, you don't want to.
The bridge is open. All right, cool. Now there is a dead body down there that I would like to liberate from the weight of his wares, the weight of his of the things in his inventory. No, I'm not looting from a corpse. That's wrong. No, I'm just simply reappropriating his wealth in a way that is more advantageous to the world's economy. I'm just trying to relieve him of how heavy they are. Oh, never mind. I pissed something off. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not that sorry because we overlevel this combat by quite a bit. Never mind. I'm not sorry. I regret nothing. Well, I was gonna say, it almost looks white. It's because of the lighting. The lighting, it's actually red, but yeah, it's like that. There's like a weird lighting phenomenon that's making it look white. I was like, what the fuck happened here? I thought it was a blood splatter. You tell me it was something else? A very different kind of splatter? One of those things. I'm trying to get those soul shards whenever I stumble upon them, now knowing that you can actually destroy little shards and gain them as a resource. Because at first I thought they were just a thing in the background. You know, never an indication you could actually kill them or break them down. So leave the rock for now. We'll come back for it though. Oh yeah. In fact, it's probably on the map. Yes, it is very much on the map.
Jane's fiery grove. Let's search around.
For the red trees is what we heard. I heard that. I heard that. See some greens and some yellers. Will this drop a rope? No, this is just a regular climbing wall, which means this is always available. It could drop down. In fact, we'll probably need to eventually. There's some shit going on down there for sure. These trees are more brown than red. I'm assuming it'll be like a pretty obvious color. Oh, maybe? I have a multitude of colors here. I had to guess it's probably a large... Oh, yeah. It could be in a lot of these places. Multiple points of interest as well. A fancy yellow one, for that matter, so... We'll be here for a minute. And there's a rest stop over there, which is actually kind of nice. That'll save on fast travel needs for future reference. Make that a nice convenience. Anything cool? We got spectral ducats. Useful. Treasure chest down there as well. That's nice. This is a dead end otherwise. It's fine. Not all ends have to be alive. Some of them can be dead. So we can go ahead and drop down. If I were to explore the other path... Yeah, this is actually kind of a nice one. This is like a little side path, so I like those. I'm a side path kind of gamer, what can I say? I like those optional areas. This seems like there would be something significant here. You know, a tree uprooted like this, that seems not like a small deal. What we got over here? Have this guy. What is that? Oh, that's the Chervil. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that guy. I like how he's working on I like how he's working on some kind of Warhammer series right now. Henry Chervil. I think the trees. There's a treasure chest this way. Oh, am I not allowed to cross the water? Okay, I can. We are pretty over leveled for this. Well, not pretty, but somewhat over leveled for this area.
And it wants it for its own.
One of these big boys. We're actually like exactly at the right level for this guy.
Brought more friends.
Oh, we got the doggos. Oh, he's still grabby. Goddamn. I didn't expect him to like curve around that much. Thought it was far enough.
You're welcome.
Thanks, lady.
Dodge it if you can.
Oof. There we go. Broke that shit. Oh, it's one of these fast boys. Ouch.
Try this on for size.
Get out of there.
Over the big punch? Nut punch. It kind of hit him in the nuts.
That's your face.
More of a kidney punch, but that works. Cricket says, boo. What, my genius Henry Cavill joke wasn't a fucking banger? You kidding me? Sometimes like there's like a really like stretch. Ooh, that's kind of red. It's more orange. Sometimes there's like a really like ungood, like a very not good stretch of a joke or of a pun or something, and I think, that one should stay in the drafts, Alex. But then I think that for like another couple seconds, then I go, yeah, you know what? Full send. What's the worst that could happen? before I can hear the sounds of my friends murdering me for hitting them with like a pun that's just like disgusting and stupid. What's the worst that could happen? Alex says while like everybody in earshot is like actively throttling him to death. And also like justified. A justified throttling. Joke's on you. Joke's on you. Throttling me just gets me more erect. You think you're not doing me a favor right now, I say. That continues to be one of our favorite bits in Archer. Anytime like Carol gets like slapped or like choked or any sort of physical violence inflicted upon her, she always gets so excited, and it's always like deeply uncomfortable for everybody around her. Like, oh right, she's into this. Oh, this just makes us feel gross now. There's a thing over there, by the way. I know what that point of interest is. Can't reach it, but I can see it. I see that shit. Synced it. So this appears to be a dead end. I think we have to just go back. Accept my fate with dignity, unless there's Mo. Oh, there is Mo. Never mind. Oh, me of little faith. There's always Mo where that came from. Can't climb up there. Oh, is there a little something? Here we go. Because yeah, this over here is where we first came from. We climbed down that wall. Oops. So this is probably just going to lead up to that little path that I saw earlier that kind of wraps around. There's the watchtower. This is the place, then. Well, at least I think it is, because still nothing of red trees that I can see. But, I mean, watchtower, or hunting tower, whatever you want to call it, looks legit. Unless there's multiple towers. That wouldn't surprise me, I suppose. Hello, dead guy. Sorry you're dead. But I'll make use of your 8 leather, I guess. Not really doing you a lot of good. Unless, hold on. Unless the leather... Oh, God. I hope the leather isn't, like, from the fucking, like, patchwork skin. I'm just gonna assume the leather was in his bag and was not... I didn't just, like, flay him. Whereas, like, dry, jerkified...
Jane's watchtower.
Skin. Got a big man. Big man on campus. I'm assuming this was like the original path? Maybe. Yeah, this actually connects with the original path, so it would seem. So we would eventually found it anyway. We just took the road less traveled. We took the scenic route. We could get some bonus stuff along the way. Actually, hold on. I'm kind of curious. Where does this lead? Because I wasn't expecting to go up necessarily. It would make poor quality leather. I would assume so. Especially like dried and sun exposed human skin. Can't imagine that would possibly be the good stuff. Point of interest down there. There is a warp spot. Like a ghost jump warp spot opportunity. But it does not present itself here.
Try this on for size.
Oh, that was very satisfying. Going for that uppercut. And getting that guy's ass from all the way over downtown.
Call on me.
That was satisfying. I can drop down here. It seems like this is a one-way drop down. I'm not going to go there just yet. I do hope to get that power up, though. Like that shit.
Wards.
Ooh, there's a ward. Ain't that some shit? Them's fighting wards. That one.
Much better.
That was it. And now we can do the jump. And let us make the yump. Woo! Does this make our spirit points more spiritually spiritual? We have terrible skin for leather. I believe it. Also, we get very old. No collagen left. I believe it. I believe it. Now, granted, I was not planning on testing this theory anytime soon, Meerkat, but yeah. And also, you know, further still, especially if in the case of that corpse just left exposed to the elements, makes it extra not good when it was already not good. Sneeze so powerfully you might have lost some brain cells. And also you're here, Meerkat. It's gonna be hard to beat the allegations. The losing your brain cells allegations. The longer you stick around here, man, the worse it becomes. It's like the hauntings in this game. You know, the longer the ghost hangs around and you know, unknowingly or knowingly drains from its subject. Like the more desperate they become and more effective they become. Same energy. Same kind of idea here. So, okay, you're losing brain cells from multiple fronts. I'm seeing stars a little bit, man. Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times. Usually if I'm sick. So hope you're not coming down with something, 'cause that's no funsies. Okay. I think what I might do is I think this is a pretty good save spot, like stopping point. There's stuff to knock out still, obviously, a couple points of interest, and the main quest area here. I know that the fella said that he'd be like hanging out around his grave. I'm assuming his grave is out here because I know she said that he died. That Jane said he died somewhere in the wilderness, presumably alone, and I suppose we have to believe that. There is a there's a campfire, like a rest stop somewhere around here. Also noticed there is what might be some kind of opening that could maybe lead us somewhere into the next spot somewhere if we so chose. Because there is one more, like major area in the game. Maybe two. This is a pretty large area. But of course, the marshes and the harrows are pretty large. There's at least one more major area. Fort Jericho, of course, being one up top. But also, looking closer, you can see there's actually parts of the Dark Wood that we've not fully explored, for that matter. So, remember where that came from, too. But anyway, yeah, so we'll pick up where this left off next time. We'll explore the, the guard tower, fight the bad guys that are guarding it, and resolve this little hunting case. This fun little hunting case. Manual save, yes please. There we go. October 3rd, 1:54 a.m. Beautiful. This game continues to be fun. It is a surprisingly long game. I'm always down for some surprising length. This game has a surprising amount of length.